All right. Hey, what is up, Internet? How you guys doing tonight? Who, us? Who's this? Who this be?
Who this?
We're back. We missed a week, but we're live. Mostly. Except for Logo's PC. It's dead.
Wow.
Well, only slightly dead. Just like Bastan might be tonight, if you guys remember where we left off last week. Well, 2 weeks ago.
I am being the assassination attempt of a lifetime in my bed.
It's true. It's only mostly dead. It's still pretty dead. So, which of you guys remember what happened in our last session 2 weeks ago? There was more than just Bastan, getting poked really hard.
Oh man, you say that like it's a bad thing in the row of earthly delights.
We killed Book's orc guy. We found a secret tunnel going down, and we found out that Mr. Reese took all of Book's brothers and sisters, and hold on,
Reese. Bane Dragon.
yeah.
And I'm going to assume that has brought them to Cara Dune, where we are.
You don't actually know. You guys don't actually know how long ago he took off with those robots.
Well, the assumption is what I'm saying.
Ah, that's fair. I mean, you can definitely. It's not a stretch to say that that he would have taken him there.
And
We
so
don't
then-
know how long ago he took off, but Lieutenant Jaren told us he was in Cara Dune about 6 months ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm
No,
sorry.
No,
that's
you're fine.
that's pretty accurate assessment.
We met with Commander Albury, informed of the situation.
Yep. At least briefly.
We ended up. Oh man, was it?
We got Book a ferret suit, a giant ferret suit.
It's in.
That I paid for him.
Yeah.
It's in the works.
It's a giant white ferret suit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you do have a merchant working on that for you. It'll be about a day. Well, some point tomorrow. You guys did also meet with the barkeep, Cillian Pike,
Yep,
and
at the
also
empty tankard.
and
Spoke
also
with-
Lady Scarlet.
Lady Scarlet Devereaux to find Riss Bane
What's this thing,
Dragon.
though?
And we need to find Baldric Innes and
Yep.
force him
Yep.
to stop being a problem.
He's
her.
been causing problems for the girls.
Yes.
Indeed. So Lady Scarlet sent you on a mission to find Baldric Innes and basically get him to stop messing with her ladies. You guys went to the empty tankard, visited Cillian Pike, and he gave you information as far as, well, he's looking into information as far as where you might be able to find him. So that's kind of something that's in the process. You were supposed to go meet with him the following day. However, in the middle of the night, Bastan was visited by some very unhappy people.
Because
He came-
apparently I can't be incognito.
He came down with a condition known as dagger in chest.
Yes, it is a very serious condition.
But not
It could be
contagious.
fatal. It could be fatal at times.
Potentially
be.
fatal.
Potentially fatal. Could be contagious depending on how this goes. Other people might wind up with that syndrome tonight. I don't know.
Depends
your
on if you
mask,
look at
kids.
it.
All right. Let me put something here. Bring up me books.
So I think Book was in the room with Bastion, right? And then the only one of us that heard anything in the other room was
It was me.
Priscilla.
Yup. Sounds about right.
My cow ears were tingling.
Yeah, so where we left off, Baston recently received a pointy dagger in the chest, and that's pretty much exactly where we left off. And that is where we are going to pick back up at the beginning of combat. So, what we're going to do is have you guys roll for initiative.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Do we have a battle map for this?
Here I go. Here I go. Here
Actually-
I go again.
You had 2 weeks.
Oh, I thought you guys left off there last week. I must not have put you there last week. That's my bad.
Oh shit. He's got it planned. Watch out,
Wait a
guys.
sec.
Oh shit!
Ooh, that ain't good.
Okay, so
I
go
like the way
ahead.
this-
Go ahead and throw your tokens on the map, guys.
I keep on fucking me on 20.
Did you
So
want
wait.
to do for me?
So they're not individual rooms.
No. They are, well, there's a couple individual rooms, but right, it's broken up into a couple different rooms here. So once everybody's icon is on the map, so Sierra, you are going to be up y'all. I need other people's maps. There are other people's tokens.
Oh,
Das
Okay.
Buch.
All right.
Right.
Das Buch is here.
Oh, boy.
Das Priscilla is here.Ierna is here.
Oh, you got to change your screen to the battle one.
Yep.
Oh, boom.
Wow.
da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Battle music.
Am I hosting you? Let me double check.
Shape of spoon.
Shape of corpse.
Oh, I
goodness.
see
Aw,
a
I
lot of
missed you guys.
dudes.
They're just
everybody.
They're statues.
So where's
Next to
They
them
just
is
installed them.
Fireball.
They just installed
Where's-
the statues right there.
where's Baston? Where's Baston?
Oh, hiding under the blanket. Apparently grabbed over. There we go. I did it right. Okay.
Yep.
I thought
You look
And-
like you're busy dropping statues. I mean,
Who, me? Nah.
who, me?
fuck are
Yeah,
those?
you. Not me. Then who?
Okay, so just need to mark them with numbers
Where
so I
is-
know which is which.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay. Hey, look at that. It's almost like I know what's going on, guys.
I don't know. This doesn't look good.
I mean, could be worse.
Not for me.
So,
da-da-da-da-da.
I hear the victory fanfare in there somewhere.
So- Got the
We're
jump
definitely
on.
dying now.
Is some people gonna die?
Nice to know that they felt that they needed to send 5 assassins after one piece of shit.
Listen here. It's the story behind it is what makes it that much better.
It's the Foot Clan.
Oh god, where's Daredevil when you need him?
All right. So let's see. Initiatives. Oh, I should probably roll for them.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3.
Okay. Let's see. So at 18, we got Book. Okay.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
It's raining.
Oh wow, it's raining.
Men?
Oh, nice of an evening.
I mean, where do you think these guys came from?
Someone's in trouble.
I don't know. They're gonna get me now. I gotta run. Sorry guys.
It's raining assholes. Hallelujah. It's raining assholes.
All right. So, starting at the top of the order, we've got Book.
All right. So I'm going to charge up and inflict wounds. I'm going to grab a bitch off
boy.
of our guy here.
Out.
I'm going to hit him with inflict wounds and then spend one of my war priest points to throw him against the wall as hard as I can.
Okay, that's going to be your other attack with the War Priest
Yeah.
feature? Okay.
Yeah. So I'll do the inflict wounds first.
Okay.
How far are you moving?
Now, am I technically flanking?
I mean,
Should I get advantage on this?
no, not for this.
No? Okay. That's
At
fine.
least not this time.
I'm going to use my plus 10 to hit him.
How many of your features can you use at a time? Are they considered bonus actions, or do you have to do anything?
No,
for
they're
this?
not considered bonus actions. I can just use them.
Okay, so they're free
Well,
actions.
actually, Channel Divinity, I don't have to use a bonus action. My War Priest feature, I do have to use a bonus action.
Okay, so you should be fine.
Okay.
Are you
So that'd
are
be
you
an
able to move
18.
him at all?
Yes, an 18
You said
will
you're
hit.
gonna like move him.
So I'm right here.
Okay. Yeah, an 18 will definitely hit.
Sweet. Roll the hit.
Roll your
Or roll
damage.
for damage. My bad.
Oh shit.
Oof.
I like that.
27.
Oof. Oof. That is
Damn
that
near
is
max.
one big oof. Okay, yeah. So you reach out and grab a hold of him. You watch his whole arm just turns black from the energy, and he grows weak in your grasp as he damn near collapses to the floor.
All right. I'll finish the grab and throw him against the wall as hard as I can.
Okay, so roll an attack.
If he's leaving my 5-foot radii,
You do not get an attack of opportunity when something forces something out of your range.
okay.
Should that just be like a? I don't have an unarmed attack on here.
I mean,
Strength?
you're trying to throw him. So with a throw, you wouldn't necessarily be dealing damage. That would be like a push. Yeah.
I was thinking throwing him against the wall, but I guess I'll just hit him with my lance then.
I mean, that'll do.
I'll just like protrude it out from my arm in his fucking face.
Okay.
Should we be killing this one in particular? Shouldn't we like find a way to like
Do I
non-lethally
see the other one here?
KO him? So that way we got somebody to question.
Maybe you should work on breathing because you're
Yeah.
hurt really bad.
Look, I'm not in character, so
Keep your organs inside your body.
Let's
I am
capture
looking-
and torture
I'm already
one.
looking.
To knock him out.
Okay, so you're doing non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal, correct.
Okay.
For
Okay.
this next one.
Roll to hit.
23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, just checking. He'll take 15.
Okay, so you grab onto him and you watch the energy like flood through his arm as it turns black, and as he turns and looks at it, you protrude your spear and basically smack him across the head with the side of it, knocking him unconscious, and he falls to the ground. He is
Okay.
out. That's-
Book, or not book, Jesus, not book.
You
Bastin.
did good.
Did I do okay?
Let's focus on the other one over there.
Okay.
All right, Fierna. Now, Fierna hasn't heard anything yet.
Well, I'm in
but
this room with this one James
right,
guy.
did Priscilla? No, that's
Pris-
Sarah. Did Priscilla warn
Oh.
everybody else that you heard something? Because that is kind of important.
I guess
Okay.
I did. When I woke up, I was like, "You guys hear anything?" Because I fucking did, and I would like get up.
Sorry, sir.
So you are awake, but you're unaware of what's going on. Now you did hear
Hmm?
a bit of
Thudding?
commotion in the other room. You heard some thudding.
I will go to the door and see what I can see.
Make sure to knock, because I don't know what Bastin is into.
Well, there's two doors here. So With this door here, when you open the door, you see two hooded and masked figures standing right there. And they turn to you. They now have your sole attention. They were looking at something in the other room. Obviously, they weren't expecting anybody to pop through that door. Surprise.
Surprise.
Am I able to see them in that doorway?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Okay.
I'm so surprised I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him in the face. It's so surprising.
Surprise! Ah!
Just a quick
It's a-
question, AJ.
Yeah,
Do we see this guy?
yeah, you do.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
All right,
I wish I
let's
could
see.
have that reaction in real life. Ah!
It's more like, ah!
Well, punching him in the face.
Right? 15 does hit. So, which one are you blasting? Top or bottom?
I'll say the bottom.
Bottom? Okay.
So there I was. I started blasting.
It's like the picture of fucking Joji, and it's like,
What are you doing, Goose? Oh, let me get for you. There you go.
Okay. Yeah,
Don't
so
forget we got 2 lucky people now.
yeah, you pop open the door and are completely caught off guard, and you just kind of panic blast and hit him like square in the chest, and
then I
both of
slap
them. Oh, you saw. He's a little more confused now that after the slap, like he was panicked when he got hit by the blast, and then you slapped him, and he was more shocked than anything.
Well, if he
Eldritch
slaps me back,
Witch
he's
slap.
dead. So I'm excited.
Wait, she's excited to get slapped? What? Oh,
No,
yeah.
I took
Uh,
something back.
Oh, okay. I get where she's going with that. Is that it for Fiona then?
Yes.
All right.
I'll just hang out here.
All right, Bastan, you're up.
All right. Kind of like sitting up and looking around. I obviously notice the guy's down on the ground. He's KO'd. I look over at the doorway really quickly. I'm going to see these figures looking in. I see a guy on the other side of the room, but real quickly, I know that there's going to be more danger coming at us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ice knife the enemies over there
At the door?
at the door.
Okay. You don't see Fiona on the other side, so I will need her to make a save as well.
Ooh.
5 feet away. She's technically not in range.
Oh, is it only 5 feet?
Mhm.
Yes.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's nice.
Yeah, then yeah, she's just
job.
barely out of the way.
So there I was.
Yes.
Started shooting.
Pew pew.
Yeah, I'm gonna
kinda
send this
poked
out
behind
on just first. You know what? Let's level 2 this. Let's do level 2.
And then he's got to make a save, correct?
Yep.
Dex save.
That's 18. So yes,
And
he
then
does make the save.
So regardless of which,
Oop.
on hit, target takes that, which
Now you do hit with the initial impact. He saves on the second part though.
So he takes half the cold damage.
Yep.
He still takes 11. It's nice.
Yeah, total. Not too bad.
that would have been a spell.
And
Oh, that's
There's-
action. So I think I'm just gonna heal myself. Or no, that'll be end of turn. 'Cause
Okay.
I won't be able to cast another spell.
unless it's a cantrip. But
Right, which the only thing I can do is mold earth. But that's an action. I don't have any.
okay. So that's gonna bring us to the assassins. So he watches you cast that ice knife and hit his buddies, and he bolts up to you, and he's gonna use a level 2 inflict wounds.
Flip a coin and dodge it. Just kidding.
I mean, it sounded good.
What am I hoping for here?
So he's got a hit.
Your AC.
Yep. What's your AC?
A lot.
It's a 14. Oh.
Mother piss.
I'm going to use a luck point to make him re-roll that.
Okay. Does he have to take the new roll?
Yes.
Nat 20.
Mother.
Well,
Got it. First
you're
one
welcome.
of the night, boys.
He tried. He
Sure
tried.
it was.
That is why I was asking.
Ah,
I didn't
All
know
right,
if you,
so-
I didn't know if you could force him to take the other roll. So that's gonna be 8d10.
that's the first nat 20 of the night.
No, no.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put 0 down for current health.
I could roll really low. How many hit points do you have?
23.
How
Maybe
much?
he rolls all ones.
2, 3,
2, 3?
and a half.
No. What's your max hit points?
Oh,
27.
AJ.
Yeah.
It's only when an attack roll is made against me.
Oh.
Hey, look at
Okay.
that. I got
Never mind then.
My bad.
I'm
My bad.
at 23.
Sorry.
Ooh, ooh. That's good. Trust me, it's good that you told
Sorry,
me
guys.
that. Because on the first
Sorry.
4 dice, I rolled
Enough to kill me.
28.
It's just a scratch.
It is but a flesh wound.
Yeah, but if I'd have had to roll 2 or 4 more dice, you might have just outright died.
What, did you roll a 10 and 2 9s? You're a dick.
Well, I rolled a 10, a 9, a 7, and a 2.
Oh.
He dropped the highest.
Well, no, he cast it at a 2nd level, but the 4th die that got added onto that was the 2.
Um.
So,
All right.
Bastans unconscious, but alive. He's alive.
Hey, I got one good ice knife out there.
Now.
I got you, bud. Don't worry.
All
I
right.
know, touch me.
This one here is going to run up and make a dagger attack on Fierna.
Hello.
And
Well, I didn't expect for this to happen.
that's a
the first
6. That is not
15
going to
minutes.
hit. This guy is going to run up and use inflict wounds on Fierna. First level. And that is a 21.
Gotcha.
So he has
I
to
find
touch,
these assassins.
touch me to do that, right?
Yep.
Yep.
He sure does.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh, wait.
All right.
No, I rolled too many dice.
Um,
Fierna, you take 19 points of necrotic damage. Is that necrotic?
Ouch.
Yes, necrotic.
okay, and he has to make a dex saving throw.
All
Because
right.
Get him.
he's gonna-
That is a
Finish.
9.
All right.
He does
Great.
not make it.
Take 19 damage. Dick.
Oof.
Hey.
That is the
man,
biggest of
you.
oofs.
Oof.
Okay, so let's see that one.
Let me update my.
Okay, so he runs up and touches you, and you feel the necrotic energy pulse through you, and in response, you push back with a wave of fire that washes over him and just instantly incinerates him.
Yes.
Nice.
You guys watch his body just burn up in the doorway there.
Oh, he died. Oh.
Yeah, he's
that's
dead.
Great.
that
Okay.
was the one that
Okay.
that got hit with the ice knife.
All right.
At least the direct hit.
Points. Thank God.
Yep.
And I took 19.
Yep, 19 necrotic.
Okay. Wireless. I'm a vampire. Okay.
She's dual classed.
All right,
Yeah.
and this one is going to run in. He's going to make a dagger attack on Fierna. And roll the 2. That ain't going to get there.
Whew.
Yes. Impeccable dodge.
So yeah, he runs in, seeing the necrotic energy still burning on you, and he goes to poke at you, and you manage to kind of duck out of the way. And that's going to bring us to Syrah.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna hit the dude I can see best, which I guess would be this top guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Or not. Or not.
Well, that will not get there. You do have a bonus action yet, though.
Oh, I was gonna cast Hunter's Mark as my bonus action. I forgot to
Okay.
say that first, so I guess we'll just do that, and then
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
that'll be the end of it.
still got the hunter's mark on him, so that's a thing.
Yep. I'm not rolling well tonight. Good deal. But I do have a plate full of food.
Hey.
Critical.
Nom nom nom.
Okay. And that will bring us to Priscilla.
All right. I
Oh,
see these motherfuckers. Go up here,
get him.
and then I'm
No.
gonna. And then I'm gonna. Bop.
Oh,
Fuck.
Well, there is no bop to be had as he ducks underneath your quarterstaff with a swing. Apparently,
Well-
this guy's pretty nimble. I don't know.
Is his
Well-
name Jack?
Get fucked. Once more.
Oh,
Fuck.
You got one more.
I got one more. I got one
Get it.
more.
Get it.
Get.
ah,
That one will hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hold up Baston's thumb so you can see it. Just like,
Okay, so yeah. He ducks underneath your staff, dodges your second attack, and as he comes back up from dodging, you manage to clock him across the face. That's gonna be it for Priscilla then, right? He's at 6 points of bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's gonna bring us back to the top of the order with Book.
I walk over. Well, I don't have to really walk over. I just slide on over here to this guy,
Hey.
Okay.
and I'm like, "You should probably get up, bud." And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at second level.
Okay. Give him them sweet, sweet heals. So 12 points altogether.
Sweet beans.
Nothing
All I
to
can
scoff
think is
at.
Big Hero 6. It's time to get up. Doodle doodle doo.
And then I'm gonna cast my cantrip,
Oh god. Wait.
Sacred Flame.
Cure Wounds is an action, correct?
Correct.
And
Wait,
Sacred
I'm
Flame,
pretty sure Sacred Flame's a bonus, isn't it? Please tell me
I
it is.
believe it's an action.
Give me 1 second. It
Google
better be
it.
a fucking bonus. No, it's an action. Fuck me.
I mean, you still got what? Another Channel Divinity, right?
No, I only get 1 Channel Divinity right now.
Oh damn, I thought you started out with two.
But I got
That's
War Freeze
unfortunate.
feature, but I had to have made an attack for
Yeah.
my action to be able to use it. So
That's unfortunate.
that's fine. And then I'm gonna try to force my way in between the assassin and Baston, like stand over Baston. Is that possible?
I mean, he's still on the ground, so I would say yeah.
Okay, so technically I'm standing over Baston right in this guy's face then.
Okay. Yeah,
Ah!
I'll allow it.
Kind of trying to allow Baston to like slide out like behind me and stand up.
Okay.
That way it's not.
Give me a strength check though.
You got her.
Oh, this is a good ploy. I like where this is going. I hope you succeed.
19.
So he tries to keep you from getting in the way, and you just kind of impose your way in between him and Baston. We'll say puts him there and you there.
Okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
That'll be my turn then.
All right. So that will bring us to Fierna. You're up.
So the other guy standing there got hit by. He's hurt, right?
The one in front of you,
Yeah. I mean,
or
he's
this
melee
guy?
hurt.
Yeah. So this
One
one
is dead.
here, that one has taken some damage. The one that attacked you is dead.
Is he? He's not this guy.
No.
These are two.
This guy has taken some damage. But the guy that you hit with your hellish rebuke just incinerated in front of you.
Okay, so if I try to disengage and he gets an attack of opportunity,
So
will-
to use the disengage action, it would be an action for you. But if you did that, he would not get an attack of opportunity. But then you wouldn't have an action to use. Or you can chance it, and there would be 2 attacks of opportunity on you. Because both of those guys are within 5 feet.
yeah.
Damn.
Let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disengage.
Okay. So yeah, then you can use your full movement, and you do still have a bonus action if there's something you can do for a bonus action.
Yeah, there's one thing, but I don't want to use it right now.
Okay.
I will move back here.
Okay.
Stop touching me. Oh, I guess that's it.
All right.
So is Book like straddling over me?
He's
Yeah.
kind of in front because you're still technically on the bed.
That's
So
true.
he's kind of between the bed and the attacker.
Okay.
Because yeah, you never made it off the bed.
Yeah, that inflict wounds was a big owie.
These guys didn't come to fuck around.
Hey.
Consequently, they're there because of fucking around.
Don't worry, I've got something planned for this guy.
That's gonna bring us back to Bastan.
All right. I know I'm low health, but I really want to do this, and I think it would look cool. So,
Famous last words.
right? No, it's going to be amazing, right? I would like to like roll out from the bed
Okay.
towards Book's right hand side.
Okay.
Left hand.
Well, from the map point of view.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So his left hand side, if you're our characters, and I would like to try to attack with produce flame at the same, and shortly thereafter, I'm going to follow up with a flame blade. Which action? Bonus action.
Flame blade. Does that enchant? Is that an actual attack, or does it just enchant your weapon?
Yeah, it says attack. Invoke a fiery blade in your free hand.
Oh,
Hold up. What's it called? Flame blade.
It's-
I gotta look at this.
Here you go.
Cool. Man, I love
I
that
got you.
feature. Okay.
I am a druid. I like woods.
Okay. It doesn't make the attack. You can use your action to make a melee attack with the fiery blade.
wow, cool.
On a hit, it does 3d6 damage though. Fucking A.
That's pretty. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So, that's how I would like to, and then
Okay, so you're gonna produce flame to do a little bit of damage, and then create a flame blade in your hand that you're not attacking with.
Beans. I know what you're saying. Okay, cool. I know where I'm going with this. So, not going to flame.
Okay.
Going to come up, flame blade, and then try to make my attack.
Okay. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. I'm like, wait a minute. Something's
in my head, and I was like, yeah.
Something was not processing in my brain correctly.
My
Brain
brain
notes
is
are
no
good.
mushy.
All right, go ahead
Okay.
and roll your attack.
So, made my flame blade.
And Book, you can
Now
see
it
as the
is-
area around you lights up too from the fire of this blade.
Do not get Arlen started, please.
Arlen's in his little cage, kind of bouncing up and down, excited by the fire. Oh, that will hit.
23 with 11 fire damage.
Yep. So you run up on him, and this blade ignites in your hand. And as he turns to look at you, he turns just in time to see the blade coming down, like clashing into his chest and singeing the skin that it leaves exposed. He's looking kind of rough.
Where Bastion makes its second fall of the night. That is my turn.
All
I'm
right.
not healing you again.
No.
All right. So it's the assassin's turn.
Which one? The one that's not next to me?
All of them.
All of them.
The one that's not by us? All of us?
So, where is it? Wish I had my actual physical book handy. This would make this so much faster.
I wish I would have read that because that could have happened my previous turn, and I would have been able to. Oh no, it's concentration. Never mind.
Okay. Balls. Okay. Well, Book,
Yes.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ruh-roh.
He will probably be fine, but we'll
Really?
see. Yeah.
Okay. Lucky?
Barely.
Oh, I make it? Okay.
Yeah, no, you made it, just
Ooh, okay.
barely.
Okay. 'Cause I rolled a 6. I rolled as much as my modifier.
Yeah. You feel your whole body start to tense up briefly, and then you kind of shake it off as the atrophy kind of breaks away.
Not today, motherfucker.
By the way, guys, I'm Evie.
Yeah, no, your
trying to-
icon's
Okay. Just checking.
All right. This one is going to step back. Priscilla, you do get an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah, motherfucker, let me fucking hit you.
Get him. Get him.
flurry of hooves.
Hit him.
Never mind.
Fuck.
That is most definitely a miss. He starts to step back, and you go to swing at him, and he just kind of like lunges backwards real quick.
Do I lose my staff because it's a natural one?
No, you do not lose your staff.
It's
All
arrested. Oh my god.
Ow!
And
Woo!
Tell Shax I
Warning.
say hi.
He's in red or
She-
orange.
Poops or snoop.
However, okay. Yeah, I like that.
What?
Oh no. Doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good.
What was that?
Step on that fucking
What
moth.
fucking move it then? What a bitch.
That's like her spot.
What?
Really, it's gonna be. Ugh. This is not wanting to cooperate with me. That's fine. There it is. Okay. Oh, hey, it's a bonus action. Cool. So, we're going to put a pin in that.
Whatever it is
boy.
not good for those
Uh-oh.
of us in this room.
You know what a
Say hello
free
to our
action
little
is?
friend.
I do know what a free action is. Crying.
Because they're going to be doing it soon enough.
Crying is most definitely a free action. Baston, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Did I do it?
Yes, you did. So you can feel your muscles start to tense up as well, and then you manage to shake it away. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That was unfortunate, but not unforeseen.
Smartest.
Okay. And then Fierna.
Hi.
Hi. Let me get back to the right screen. You see a spectral blade start to whir in the air next to you as it just apparates out of nowhere, and it attacks you.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty sneaky.
Let's see.
They are assassins.
So
Yes.
that is. And that's a 6. That will not hit.
Can I see the one who did it?
Yeah, it's this one here.
Okay. So it says, my rebuke goes off in response to being damaged by any creature I can see within 60 feet. So will it affect him?
It
Now,
didn't hit you.
right, it didn't hit you.
So
Oh,
it
that's
didn't
right.
damage.
Well, you're duh.
And also, if you're using it as a class feature, I
Sorry.
believe you can only use it once a day, unless you've taken it as an actual
Nope.
spell.
It's a spell.
Okay, you did take it as a spell.
It is a spell.
Right. But as a class
No,
feature,
I know what you're saying.
right.
No, and it's not.
Okay.
I can cast it twice. I'm
Well, it's-
99.999% positive.
So you have it as a racial
Yes, both.
feature and a spell?
And a
It's
spell.
not a
Holy shit.
racial feature. I don't.
As a
There
as
was
a thief-
one.
Oh, you took a different variant, didn't you?
I took a variant, so I
yeah.
had to get rid of
That's
3
right.
things that I would have had to begin with.
I forgot about
Gotcha.
that. That's why she can fly.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't remember what it's called, but it would have granted me another spell too that I also don't have access to anymore.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Okay. And then this last one here is going to use a level 1 inflict wounds on Priscilla. Or try.
Bring it on.
That's a 10. I don't think it's going to get there. So, that is it for the assassins. Syrah, you're up.
this cow ain't
Okay.
about to be branded.
I'm gonna move down a little bit so that I don't hit Priscilla.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot at the guy there next to her
Okay.
again, and hopefully I'm gonna actually hit him this time.
Ooh.
That will hit.
I like that.
No, I'm a ranger in this one. I'm a ranger, not a rogue. Okay.
Yep.
I was like,
But
and
that-
since I no.
But that is the one with the hunter's mark, so go ahead and roll an
And
additional
yeah,
d6.
that is the one with the hunter's mark. So
Nice.
Good job.
Ah,
That's really
Jesus.
classy.
Gotta love that hunter's mark.
It's very handy.
All right, nice.
Okay. So Priscilla, you see this arrow whir by you, and you look back to see Syrah having just shot, and when you turn back to the target, there's an arrow sticking out of his head, and he falls to the ground.
Well,
I just kind of look
There
at I just kind of look at Priscilla and I give her a little nod.
All right, and then Priscilla, you're up.
all right, bitch.
Get him.
Get him! Here,
Ooh.
get him.
Nope.
These rolls fucking hate me tonight. All right,
No.
meet my fist, bitch.
Better.
Fuck.
Getting there.
I'm getting there.
That one will hit.
Yes. I'm gonna grab Baston's thumb and give you another thumbs up.
Wait. Okay. Make a dex saving throw, AJ.
Oh God. What are you doing? I don't
Make
like
a
it.
dex saving
I
throw.
don't like it. Oh, that's a 7. I don't think that
You
succeeds.
fucking fail!
You sure do.
Whenever you hit one of your flurry roll attack, you impose one of fallen effects on the target. Fall prone. If it fails a dex saving throw, get pushed up to 15 feet if it fails a strength saving throw, or it can't take reaction. End of your next turn. So fall prone.
And
And he is prone.
Hey,
Yeah, so you run up, and he dodges a couple quick attacks, and then you sweep the leg, and he goes down.
Oh god.
and I just
ow,
point to the floor.
white drop.
All right, that's it for Priscilla. Book, back to the top of the order.
All right. How hurt is the guy in front of us?
Let's see.
He has the ouchie boo boos.
That one actually hasn't really been touched.
Oh, come on. That 11 got him.
11 damage got to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's
looking at
my
the wrong one.
flank blade.
I'm looking at the wrong one.
So he's
Wait.
kind of hurt.
Yeah, he's taking a little bit of damage.
The beefy ones got put in our room.
Yeah, no, I felt it.
I'm gonna cast inflict wounds on him.
Oh my.
And just because we can, we're gonna go level 2. Because that's what he did to our friend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Do not disassemble Johnny 5.
Agreed.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit. This
boy.
is gonna hurt a lot.
17.
Not as much as I thought, though. He is still alive.
Okay, I'm
barely.
gonna shove my lance in his face.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Basic.
That'll do it. That'll do it, Basil.
23.
yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 9.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. You basically just completely run him through with the blade attached to your arm. He's dead. He's very dead.
And then I'm gonna sit on this one.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Why? What if they need help in the other room?
Are you unconscious? Shut the
I-
fuck
I'm not unconscious.
He's not. He is actually conscious again.
He is conscious.
He's conscious and holding a flaming blade.
Yeah, I'm concentrating. I'm so conscious.
Can you
So
see us?
conscious.
So conscience, yeah.
Yeah, he can see you. He
Okay.
sees you standing over the body of another dude on the ground right now.
I'm just like pointing down the ground.
It's like giant flaming swords.
You just lost all your carbonation, dude.
Yeah, right.
This thing's like 2 weeks old. So
All right,
Oh, okay.
Fiona, you're up.
This is
All right, annoying guy in hallway. Eldritch blast.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Ravioli. Are they fucking crying?
Now he's
I hope they
prone, right?
fucking are. Good, fucking cry. That's what you get for fucking doing that shit.
All right, that does hit.
Bam.
So Priscilla, you see this purple blast come shooting from between your legs to hit the guy on the ground in front of you.
Does that little swingy sword go away?
No. Well, hold up. No. All right, is that it for Fiona?
Yeah.
Okay. Baston, you're up.
so. I was not gonna lie. I was really hoping Book was gonna go to the other room, or like make his way towards, so I could just ask him what his name was, where he came from, and then slice his throat because he stabbed me.
No, the guy that stabbed you. Oh yeah, no, that's that guy.
That's the guy that's prone.
Yep.
So the guy on the ground there, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move to him.
Oop. Dang my mic. Okay.
Yep. So I'll make it just to him, and then I'm going to attack with the scimitar. Stab him. Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Does he get advantage?
Yes, he does, because he's in melee on a prone unit.
Oh, sweet beans. Where is it? There we go. There's 1. I'm waiting to hear that boop. And then here's 2. So, well, that's not rolls, but it's 3d6. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, the 21 will hit.
Wow. Okay, well, I'll take anything but the 5. That's 5.
Okay. Well, that happened.
Yep. It's a good hit.
I mean,
I hit him.
yeah. All right. It's the assassin's turn. So he's going to stand up. That's half his movement. This sword is going to swing at Fiona again. That is a 17. I do believe that hits, correct? Fiona?
Right there, Fiona.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I didn't tap my mic.
I looked over just at the time.
No, my home isn't Earth. Don't worry about it. I was saying I wanted to use a luck point
Oh,
against his attack roll before damage.
okay.
So he has to. Yeah.
He has to re-roll it and then take the second roll, or
It just says you spend 1 to roll an additional d20. You choose which die to use. So I mean, you could roll it.
okay. Well, you would.
You want me to? Do you want me to paste it?
Yeah,
Make an
yeah.
attack
Paste
roll and
the
village check or
ability.
saving throw. Or when an attack roll is made against you, you can spend 1 to roll an additional d20, and you choose which die to use.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you roll the d20, and then you decide which die gets used.
Okay. Ah.
Not that one.
Not that one.
I wanted to try it.
Are you sure though?
All
Okay,
right,
so
he's sealing his own fate.
all right, so
That
you
way I'm
take
pissed off
11
now.
points of slashing damage from the spiritual weapon.
Oh, good thing I sucked out of that guy's life. Be dead.
And
Oh
where's the
my
spiritual
goodness.
weapon?
What's that?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
The little sword. I
Yep,
was wondering what that fucking sword was.
yep. That's his bonus action.
No, I don't need a death save. I have 10 points. God damn. game.
Baston, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh,
Wait, I got my reactions.
Oh, that's right. That one did hit you, so you can use your hellish rebuke. Oh boy.
Make him regret it.
Pay.
It's an
Yeah.
18 for the save.
That's too high. Let's fix that.
More luck. Roll a 20.
Oh, you're using luck again?
Yeah, how's that luck?
Oof.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky. Dang.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's like, what have I done? All right.
Meow.
Oh, it wasn't that great anyway.
Okay, so let's see. 16 fire damage?
In the face.
Okay.
This guy's really pissing me off.
He's still up.
Oh, God.
Goodness.
Jeez.
His clothes are
Okay.
on fire. His skin is charred. He's coughing smoke. but he's still alive. Bastin, I need a wisdom save.
Ah. I think
I'm
I got
living-
it.
I'm living on borrowed time.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely succeed. He's gonna try to run. That's all he can do at this point. He's got 15 feet of movement. He ain't getting too far.
Ah.
Priscilla and Bastin, you guys get attacks of opportunity.
Get him, get him.
So, because this is,
Priscilla critted. Fuck yes.
you know, I'm just I keep trying.
Oh my god, you rolled a 1.
It might not matter.
And there's a nat one from Bastin.
Brave, shut it.
What?
You're like, oh wow, you rolled a 1, and I rolled a 1d20 and I got a 1.
I mean, that's on you, not me, dude. You can blame whatever you want. That's poor life choices by you.
Priscilla, go ahead and describe your kill.
So I fucking crack his head open like a fucking watermelon.
Yeah.
Blood and fire rain
That's right.
from his skull.
Okay. So he goes to turn and run away from you guys and ducks under Bastin's swing, and just as he gets a step away, all you hear is this loud crack as the quarterstaff smashes into the back of his skull, splattering it in an explosion of bits of skull and blood as he collapses to the ground, his clothing still charred and smoldering as he hits the ground.
Matthew, take my dice. Take it from my hand.
Okay.
Well,
Well, that is going to end combat.
Fuck.
Why don't we go ahead and take our quick
will
break
it?
there?
I really hate saying this, but the spectral sword, is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay,
As soon as he dies, it's gone. Yep.
perfect.
Yep, so yep, that is the end of combat. This one lone person left over here is unconscious, and we will pick up with that after the break. So we'll be right back, guys.
I'm gonna go grab some rum. Hey.
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 All right, we be back. All of us, everybody lived. They all survived, including Bastin, although it was a little touch and go there for a minute.
Kind of wanted to let his character die.
Book did touch and go. Let me tell you.
He gave you that good touch, though.
Grab my thumb.
Otherwise, you might have died.
Yeah, no. I know what he was secretly wanting.
All right, guys. Yes, we are back. Just a reminder to you guys, too. I know we got a little attention to the tweets there, but if you guys like what you're seeing here, go ahead and tweet with the hashtag Halcyon Tales. And, you know.
Hashtag Willy. Free Willy.
Wait, why's it got to be Free Willy, though?
Because they're freeing him from your mind.
Oh.
Putting him onto the paper. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, if you guys like what you're seeing, tweet about us with the hashtag Halcyon Tales and work with me on creating an NPC for the world of Halcyon, which Brave is very valiantly pushing for Willy, which if you guys have seen The Brave and the Bold, you know exactly who that is. Any incarnation of The Brave and the Bold, actually. Yeah.
He's a recurring character.
He most
He's ageless.
definitely is. All right, so we are back in it, guys. You guys just kind of swept up the last of the assassins there. There is that one assassin unconscious underneath Book right now, as Book is kind of sitting on him.
I would like to investigate his torso to see what his spiritual relic is.
Book, would you please be so kind and heal me? Ouchie, ouchie.
So he's like
I
unconscious.
will in a
right?
little bit.
Yeah, he is
He's
unconscious.
completely unconscious.
Hmm.
So
We
we
should
wanna-
disarm him and cuff him.
Do you
Okay.
have handcuffs?
What were you saying, Priscilla?
I was gonna say, Bastin. I was about to ask Bastin if he had any handcuffs.
Okay. Well, would be asking Bastin. Book, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Okay. You can't really come across anything that indicates any sort of specific denomination towards a god, one way or the other.
Could I tell what their spell focus was when they were casting those spells? Because I know for like inflict wounds and stuff, you need a spell focus.
Yep. They were channeling it through a necklace that they were wearing, but the necklace seems fairly plain. Not really indicating anything special, and that's probably done on purpose.
I can ritual cast identify on it if you can pass me a heal, please.
I don't think identify is going to do anything.
Healing word or
But I will give you that sweet touches if you
Yes, please.
would like.
I'm on borrowed time right now.
So when he touches her, can I scream and heal her at the same time?
Yes. Yes, you can. All right, so Cure Wounds heals up 11 points for you, Fiona.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then Healing Word heals you for 9. And what is your healing word again there, Bastin?
I can do 1 or 2. Is 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier?
No.
Word.
What is the word that you use when you're healing somebody?
It's been the same thing.
Shazam!
I'm not changing it either.
No, I like the panic shout on the heel. Listen, just because it has a verbal component doesn't mean it says what that verbal component is in the book. It's fine. It doesn't actually need to be words. Panic screaming can be used. It's fine.
Technically a word.
Screaming, scared is a free action, as well as crying.
Yes.
There we go. You never know when I'm healing.
It could just be panic or anxiety. All right. So yeah, Fiona, you're healed up a bit.
Thank you.
Can I make a religion check to see which religion they are?
Sure.
Based off of that necklace.
You can certainly try. Again, it doesn't have any distinguishing marks, but...
What is the necklace then?
So the necklace itself, from what you see, is a small, like, thin gold chain, and on the end of it it looks a bit like a cross, where all the parts of the cross are equidistant, and in the center there's a small purple gem.
I got a 12.
12. Okay.
I would like to try to identify it.
Okay, go ahead. You can do your ritual cast. With the 12, there's nothing really that, like I said, is marking out one way or the other which religion that he's associated with, as the spell focus that he's using isn't the icon of any religions that you're familiar with. It doesn't appear to be associating with a religion, but more as something used for practical use in a more non-denominational kind of way.
While they're doing all of this, can I like search the bodies and see if there's anything that might be of value that I could,
Go for it. Give me an investigation check.
All right.
Can Arlen help him?
Apparently, I
yes.
need all the help I can get.
Yes. How? Okay. How is Arlen going to help him, though? I got to know that first.
He goes
Climb
after
in and
shiny
out of
stuff.
pockets, trying to go for shiny stuff. What? Yeah,
Okay, I just needed to know
Yeah.
how you're gonna have him help.
yeah. 100.
All right, go ahead and roll with advantage there, Baston.
Stealing shit is his second favorite pastime.
There we go. Well, better. 17.
Okay. So
900 W.
as you rifle through the pockets, you find a pouch with 30 gold in it.
Ooh.
You find another necklace like the one that Book had been examining.
Now, obviously without knowing what they're doing, can I roll, what is it, religion, to see if it comes to mind? So what this is?
I mean, I would say yes, but it would probably be with disadvantage as it's not necessarily your forte. I mean, do you have
Okay.
anything that would tie you to any specific religion?
No, not really. But I know that, like travels and stuff, you got a lot of people coming through the woods, perhaps in passing, may have heard or seen in different towns that I've, poked my head into.
All right, go
But
ahead.
obviously nothing that would be like textbook,
Go ahead and give me a
would-be
straight
stuff,
religion check. Yeah, I can justify that.
which is 10 is a reasonable number there. It's
Yeah, for that situation, but
It's a
same
fancy
situation.
necklace.
Yeah, it's a fancy necklace. Again, non-denominational. You don't really see anything on them that's indicating a specific religious belief either way.
that sounds good to me.
I would like to collect all of the necklaces if that is possible.
Yep, they each have one, so there's 5 of them total. Fierna, as you sit there working on identifying the necklace itself does not appear to be magical in nature, so it doesn't possess any sort of innate magical ability. What you're getting out of it, though, is that magic has passed through it, specifically in the gem. So in that regard, it is very much just a spell focus. And that is its only purpose.
Spell focus, do you mean to like grant spell casting or to store specific spell?
As a spell focus, it allows them to channel magics through it to cast a spell.
Oh, okay.
So the magic that's in it is residual, but not having come from the item itself.
All right. I explained to everyone what I find out.
And Book, that's kind of what you had thought, but that pretty much kind of nails it down for you.
I would like to try and figure out which god they follow. Looking for tattoos, tearing off all of their clothes.
Awkward, but give me another investigation check.
I can help with that.
All right.
I'm actually going to start walking up to the people that aren't there and distributing out the 30 gold. The 6.
Thank
6,
you.
5 each or 6 each. Yeah, 6
2
each.
nat
6.
20s.
You don't get gold.
Jesus, fuck.
What?
I broke the game.
42.
What the hell?
42, my friends. 42.
So clearly they have
Okay.
everything we need to know written on their body.
Yeah. And then some.
And
His
this is a
blood
map for
type,
their
how
mother's
old he
houses.
was.
We just gained 2 levels, everyone.
So, on one of the bodies, you come across a brand, actually. Underneath the small clothes, as it were, that is in the shape of a shield with a flame on it.
Ooh.
You're familiar with this one. You all are.
Hey. Hey, Bill, can I see one of those necklaces, please? Well, the one I was identifying. If you don't mind,
I figured you still had it.
I'll
so.
just hold on to this one. Thank you.
It's not Apithos, is it? I thought
is.
Apithos was a tower with a flame.
The tower shield with a flame.
Tower shield.
Yep. So yes, it is Apithos.
Hmm.
What in the heck?
Strange.
I've made good friends.
I'm gonna pray to Apithos and ask why they're sending people to try and kill us when I'm such a devout follower.
I'm gonna look at Bastion. I'm gonna say they came for you, so I don't think the question's where they came from.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And for the record,
Plead the fifth.
Book, go ahead and give me a prayer check. So that would be your spellcasting modifier attached to that, which is
And
wisdom,
I
believe.
just tap
just make a wisdom
Bastion on the
check.
chest.
Panic cry or panic heal? We will never know. Ah!
Okay, 23. Consider that noted.
Smart. You got any more 23s you want to just keep adding into this?
Right? This is getting a little dumb.
23 in a row.
Oh,
Rolled a hit. 23.
Wow.
well. Apparently, Brave found a way to break the game, so that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Good game.
GG's.
See ya, have fun.
Damage.
Bye.
Okay, so what else do you guys want to do? Right? Everybody really kind of went along with that. That was. I didn't see that coming. What else do you guys want to do?
Well, this doesn't make any sense. Why are they attacking us?
I believe we know why.
Well,
Why are they?
More specifically, who sent him is what we need to figure out. And
Yes.
he's a little beaten and bloody to a pulp.
I smack him.
Now we can't smack him to inflict any sort of damage. We need to
Yeah.
heal him 1 or 2 hit points.
To be
He's only knocked out.
to
I
be
really
fair,
want to just mockery him. I can't.
to be fair, the only words that he said to you after stabbing you, Logo,
Mhm.
were Irving sends his regards.
Yeah.
He was very clear about that.
We may not know where he came from still.
I think Irving's a good guess.
We should go pay him a visit.
Where did you come from? Where did, you go?
Where did
Where'd you come from?
So
Don't say it.
Irving
Don't say it.
Technado.
Manjo? Irving
What is-
Manjo?
what's the assassin's name?
Did we ask him his name? Did you
Nope.
ask him his name?
He's still not conscious.
Well, that's why I wanted to smack him, and then Baston said no. We have to heal him, and I'm like, I just want to smack him.
We just
Wait,
need
I mean,
to
there's
find someone that can speak with dead. problem solved.
Violently shake
He's
him.
not dead.
There's non-lethal
others are.
damage. He's literally just knocked out.
Yeah, that's why I want to smack him and wake him up. And everyone's
Okay.
saying no.
I didn't know.
Or the
I
other
thought
one.
non-lethal was just enough damage that it stops at 1.
No, I dealt 27 lethal to him.
Well,
And then I
fine.
dealt another 15 non-lethal.
Okay.
So
Sorry, that's where my brain.
I want to
Yeah.
smack him and wake him up.
It's the equivalent
Okay.
of just knocking him unconscious.
Bonking him on the back of the head.
Where did,
So I'm-
where did you go?
So I'm just like,
I'll cast Hold
Okay.
Person on him.
Okay. Before or after she
Bind
slaps
his
him?
hands up.
After he wakes up.
Okay, so
Like the second he wakes up.
okay. So she slaps him and he immediately goes to sit up, and as he does that, you cast the spell, which he does not succeed on. So he gets about halfway up and then freezes.
hey there,
Wunderbar.
There you
fucker.
go.
He can't talk, he can't move, he can't do
Mhm.
anything.
Well, crap. That's kind of useless having him awake then.
Well, tie him up.
I'm gonna grab some
Don't you
of
have some
the bed
bondage
sheets.
rope?
That's not for this right now. I'm gonna use some the bedding, the sheets, and tear it up,
I'll help
Okay.
him tie
bind
up.
him, bind him up.
I know how to bind men. That's fine.
There we go. She's gonna help.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. You
I'm
guys
not familiar
totally
with men, so
Okay.
I'll drop the spell as soon as he looks sufficiently tied.
Okay, yeah, and as you do that, he didn't have a chance to get any more momentum to get up, so as he's sitting there wrapped up and tied up in blanket, he falls back down on his back.
Wunderbar.
He's like swaddled, like,
What?
Oh, so
oh,
Ah!
Dad's back.
Ah.
And we're back.
Run.
there we go.
We didn't
So he's,
ooh
like,
ghost
swaddled.
time.
All really need a longer cord.
Hey, Fiona,
Hey,
you're really good at talking to people.
sometimes.
Not good at
Well,
talking.
I think you'll do great. Convince this fucker to give up information that he knows.
Oh, this would have been a perfect time to like hide, like myself hide. He would have thought his job's complete, talked more.
Yeah, he's already seen you at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're kind of not unalive right now.
Okay.
What? Please refresh my memory on this. Why did he want to kill you?
Slept with the big dragon's wife.
I can't. You're breaking up for me. Sadly.
I had slept with Irvine Bane Dragon's wife.
Okay.
Not
Yes.
wife, but romantic interest.
There we go. Significant other.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, if you like, you can speak with him too, and I'll assist you. I think that might be better.
I mean, he can't speak to anybody right now.
Right.
Why?
Well, when he
Is,
comes
is
here,
he sufficient?
we'll wait.
Yeah, oh, he's absolutely tied up right now
Why can't he talk to anybody?
because he's paralyzed by the hold person spell.
I said I
thought
dropped it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he
Okay,
dropped
then yeah.
As soon as he was sufficiently tied. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. So at this point, he's kind of taken stock of the situation. He does not appear to be struggling.
All right. So I'll keep this short and sweet. Who are you? I know who sent you.
He just looks straight ahead up at the ceiling, not responding.
I'm gonna prop him up. I'm
Okay.
gonna sit behind him, crisscross applesauce,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna put him on my lap.
Okay.
Prepare inflict wounds and show it to him.
He seems unfazed.
Okay, I'm gonna go up in front of him and I'm gonna sit down and pull my sword. And I'm gonna put my sword directly under his balls. And I'm just gonna smile at him real big.
He continues looking forward, almost like he's looking through you, and doesn't flinch, doesn't say a word. His breathing is calm and normal.
I believe he's what they call a eunuch.
All right, buddy.
So it says that the scimitar is concentrated for up to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? Oh, concentrate for up to 10 minutes. This would have been long before that. Never mind. I was going to say I would chop a pinky off.
I mean, you could do that with a normal blade, but
I don't have a normal blade. I got a quarterstaff. Can I crush a finger off?
I mean, you could.
I'm just going to crush his hand. Can I do that? I'll just fucking go there and see if he like winces.
I take his hand. I get out my special dagger.
Okay, so he's crushing one hand. You take the other hand. Roll damage, Logo.
Okay. My amazing quarterstaff that I can never use. Not bad. So technically, I'd be going for the bludgeoning. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure how that's one would go out. So I'm going to see it here.
No.
I want to make sure it's mutilated. I just, when you pick up like a squid or something out of the water and just kind of like dangles there and like flops around, I would really love it if his wrist is just fine, but he's got like a jellyfish on the end of his hand, the end of his wrist here.
So you wind up with your quarterstaff, and with absolute precision, you just jam it down into the base or onto the top of the center knuckle, and you feel everything crunch and give way under the blow of the quarterstaff. And the hand itself looks completely mangled. Anybody watching his face, all you see is the slight twitch of his lip curl as the quarterstaff impacts before he goes back to looking straight ahead. His hand is useless.
Ah, wunderbar.
I was watching his face, so I'm just gonna tell Logan that and be like, he felt that one, but he's very stoic.
Hmm.
Well, it seems this fucker, no matter what we try and do, just won't talk if we even tried and just
Here now, can you
You
charm?
know.
Has he ever heard of a blood eagle? I wonder. Never mind.
listen here, Mr. Assassin guy. Like we know that you were sent here to kill our friend, and
That fast.
I don't want to say your name.
They know.
So, yeah, well, still. But was he recently here, or has this always been a thing? Like, if you see him, just kill him on the spot.
He just continues looking straight forward, not acknowledging anything around him, almost as though he's
A puppet.
well,
Yeah. Something's not right.
somebody who's got the highest passive perception here, probably
Hi.
Bastan.
Probably logo.
Bastan.
Not me.
Actually, Sierra, what is your passive perception?
13.
And Priscilla,
13.
because you're the only two I think that would actually probably recognize what he's doing, and essentially he's disassociating purposely.
That's sad.
He's basically disassociating his mind from his body to basically block out the pain and everything that's going on in the world around him.
I do that on the regular. So,
Maybe we should try a different approach.
Try charming him. Use your wits.
Let's be a bad cop, good cop.
Can I try something weird real quick?
He is tied
I
up.
like weird. I
Okay.
mean, that's been half the campaign so far, so
Yeah. All right, you try and then I'll try.
Can I take out my coin?
okay.
What is your coin?
Which looks different from really any other coin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wanna I'm not gonna use the magic, but I just kinda wanna flip it in front of his face. Like flip it and catch it in front of his face.
Okay. What sort of response are you trying to elicit?
Trying to get him to join back into reality.
Yeah, he's like that doesn't really elicit any sort of responses. He's just kind of tuned out and zoned out from anything going on around
And
him.
I'm
So
gonna
the flipping
hold it up
between-
right in front of his face. And I'm gonna say, no one else has a coin like this.
Nothing.
You answer the questions, maybe I give it to you.
He almost doesn't seem to be like he's so dissociated at this point. It's almost as though he's not hearing, or you're not seeing any sort of visual sign that he's processing the words that you're saying.
So this is all for nothing, God.
Yep.
Let me try. Okay. I tell everyone to stand back as calming voice as I can. And I try to focus on his eyes, even if he's disassociating.
Mm-hmm.
I take his one good hand. Look, there doesn't have to be any more bloodshed. We don't have to do anything else. All we want are a couple answers, and that's all. This doesn't have to end with any more blood.
I'm gonna walk out of the room as she's questioning. See
Okay.
if my presence is one of those sort of things. I'm kind of like, this guy stabbed me. I'm frustrated. I want to kill him. I'm gonna get out of this room.
Do you have any sort of magical effect or ability you're trying to use on him, Fierna?
Well, I have prestidigitation. I can make myself look sparkly or
Okay, yeah. So
make him clean up. Other than persuasion.
yeah, none of that is going to affect him in this state.
Okay. All right. Fierna.
Who is learned in the magical arts, specifically like Arcana?
I have our proficiency in Arcana.
Okay, anybody else? Okay. Fiona, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Okay. Um.
It's a circus.
So, oh yes, it is.
We're all trying to figure out how to get him to talk.
So Fiona, physically, he's out of it. He's not responding to anything. There are magics that would affect him and cause him to break from this. But it would take something to affect his mind to get him to break out of it. And there are certain magical spells that would do it, but it would take like a specific kind.
Do I know anyone that can do that sort of thing?
It's basically either charming magic or something that can overwhelm his mind and cause him to snap out of what he's in is what it would essentially take.
Right. Now I was just wondering if maybe she had a contact that was available. If Book can't do something like that.
Not that is going to be available immediately right
Okay.
now.
Just
What
curious.
if I were to take him beyond the brink of death and bring him back and do it over and over and over again? Would that break him?
Given your background and your specialization as a war cleric, I would say that you can probably assume no. He is trained for this. He is essentially has been remolded for this purpose, to kill and to be able to hunt and to not break.
All right, so this is kind of going nowhere. And I like walk out.
I'm gonna stroll back in at this point.
Okay. Bastan walks back in as you guys kind of stand around this guy who's pretty much toned out.
Hey, Baston.
Would-
I don't think we can snap him out of it. I don't think any of us can. I think he can be snapped out of it, but not by
I
us.
am full blown frustrated at this point because obviously I can read everybody's like the feeling in the room is kind of like a defeat that we can't get him to talk. Can I put my hand over his face and produce flame?
Don't do it.
Wait. Would
I would like to
protection
block.
against good and evil work?
No, protection against good and evil in 5e really only protects against demons and angels, things of that nature.
It says if the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed. Oh, by a creature. Okay, by a creature.
Mhm.
Never mind. I didn't see the creature part. Never mind.
So my hand's on his face, and I'm just gonna turn around and be like, "What are we waiting for? He's not going to talk."
Does he still have the neck? Does he still have the necklace on?
No,
No,
you
I
guys
took it
took
off
the
of him.
necklace, yeah.
Took the necklace off.
The counts of 3 before anything goes on. 1.
I have an idea.
Speak. I'm gonna blow his head out.
Who sent him?
Irving Bane Dragon.
We take him back to Irvin Bane Dragon and we humiliate him for failing his job.
Can I like look at his eyes to see if this like triggers any effect? Like, obviously being dragged by an employee back to an employer.
He doesn't react, but it's also partly that it's like he doesn't hear you.
So he's dissociated that far.
Yeah.
That's not gonna matter to this man.
Bastan, what was your background?
So like
I know you
permit-
like you've got some association with the criminal underworld, right?
No, I just found my way into their lap. We'll put it
Okay.
so to speak.
You inadvertently found your way there.
Maybe you
Yep.
knew my first daddy.
I mean, you can assume that. Well, you've had interaction with Irving before. You can assume that if you don't kill him and you take him back to Irving, Irving will. Or he will have somebody do it.
I just be like talking to them, and all of a sudden, oh wow, what a freaking blast!
I mean, he was on the verge of death already, though.
Yeah, no, this as I'm talking, like if we don't kill him,
yeah,
Irving Bane Dragon will, and have its like head fall back from my hand.
Okay, yeah, you guys watch as there's this flash of light and fire, and the body comes to rest. All the muscles relax as the face is scorched. He is effectively dead.
I believe in our best interest, we find another place of rest.
And you guys,
this is the middle of the night.
So. Right. You guys do hear. Yeah. You guys hear some sort of commotion coming from outside of the barracks, towards the front gate. It's somebody's talking or saying something. You can't tell what it is, but you are hearing voices.
I will investigate.
Okay. As you step out the front door, you see a couple familiar figures in Jaren and Madeline are outside talking with a couple other soldiers, and on the ground you see a pile of bodies.
We step up and start moving towards Book.
What do the pile of bodies look like?
They look
More
dressed.
Assassins.
Yep, they look dressed the same as the ones that were making a move on Book.
Bastion.
Book or Bastion?
Bastion.
What are these, Jaren?
We had some invaders in the middle of the night here. Looks like we dealt with them, but they were here for, we're not really sure why.
They were here for Bastion.
How do you know that?
Sent them. We had
I
5 more upstairs.
Believes that they're after, for whatever reason.
Okay, that's a bold move on Irving's part. Do we have anything that can substantiate that? No.
I think we killed them.
Was told.
Yes.
Okay.
Bastion.
Well,
what were you told?
Irving Bane Dragon sends his regards, for whatever reason.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is not something we can use to validate any sort of move against Irving.
One of them had a tattoo of Apithos.
What?
Yes. And we found these. And I hold up all of the cross necklaces I have, all 4 of them.
5.
4. Fiona has one.
Yep, Fiona has one.
Oh, gotcha.
And the necklaces don't seem to elicit any sort of response. He doesn't recognize them, but he does seem perplexed about the tattoo of Apithos. He says, I mean, there are people all over that follow Apithos, so the fact that there are outliers that would be doing something less than on the up and up is not all that shocking. And Madeline kind of steps in front of Jaren and looks at Bastan. So, tell me, why would they be sending people after you? What have you done?
Well, how should I know? Maybe when prod my matters and my ways. Maybe a chance encounter in one of the unsavory districts.
She does not appear to be amused.
We don't know. We are trying to figure it out.
Right.
Very deceptively and persuasively.
I was taught not to lie, Book. Bastion. Fuck.
I'm gonna start talking third person. I'm not understanding this. Ingus and Dingus on the case.
He's having an identity crisis.
Right?
Oh, lying or not.
Angus and Bangus.
All right, well, since you're not going to be straightforward with me, at the very least we can clean this up and we'll increase the guard around the area here.
I'll help.
That would be appreciated, as I have a feeling you're the one who caused this.
He is.
I'm just gonna start going and gathering the bodies.
There's some soldiers that
nonchalant, like.
there's some soldiers that actually start helping you. Jaren goes to another barracks, and you see him come out with a couple other soldiers that are just like in town. They don't appear to be in like any sort of armor or anything like that. They were probably sleeping. When they start assisting, and then when you guys complete that, Jaren pretty much gives them orders to kind of start circulating the perimeter, and basically they just increase security on the barracks, at least for the night.
Oh, I'm
You-
tired. What a productive day.
We're gonna have a full 8 hours of rest, right?
I mean, you had kind of gotten your full 8 hours of rest before this, so you can take a short rest though.
Does me no good.
I'm definitely gonna need that.
Okay.
I don't know, 1d8.
Well, at least I get my spells.
Oh boy.
Because warlock.
Hey, that's good. I'm happy with that.
Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to use dice, you guys are pretty much heading back to bed then until morning.
How long?
3 or 4 hours.
Don't get my luck points till.
Wait, what? Okay, as a side note, on D&D Beyond,
Mm-hmm.
right above the anvil in the upper right-hand corner, if you scroll your mouse up just a little bit, it'll turn into a what? Something you can click on, and a little wizard shows up.
What?
It says it's
the
party,
party
time.
wizard.
Party
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Mine is always party time. Just saying.
Oh, that's sorry. That's just I just saw it and found it. So.
I discovered that like 2 weeks ago too. I was like, what is this?
It doesn't do anything
Sorry.
though.
He
It
dances
doesn't?
Well, that's it. Like
What
hey,
is this on?
What?
on
D&D
on
Beyond.
Okay.
D&D Beyond. Right above the anvil, maybe about an inch, your cursor will change, and you can click on something, and it's a little
shit.
wizard that like.
Yeah.
He's like changing colors, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's party
no.
time.
Just a side note. And we just had a wonderful battle, and now we got a party wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, if you click on him, he stays there flashing. It
Yep.
activates and deactivates. Okay. All right, so the rest of you guys, you're heading back and resting for a couple hours then.
Yeah.
The guards.
Roll your hit dice and recover
Yep.
health if you need it.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you guys head back to your barracks after cleaning up a bit. You get some rest. Fierna and Syrah, when you guys wake up, Priscilla is not there. On her bed is a letter, though.
Who's
Dear
not
John.
there?
All right.
I pick up the letter and hand it to Fierna.
Okay. I'll read it with her. To
All
her.
right. It is pasted in a message to you.
To whom it may concern, off to breakfast. Ciao.
Please, God, no Bloody Marys.
Jen, check your message.
Oh fuck! What does that mean?
I don't know, but I think we should leave her to her what she needs to do here.
Is she coming back?
Well, I'm sure she'll find us.
hell are the moon speakers?
Is the symbol really cool?
The symbol is it's the one she saw in her dream. So it's blue in color, and it appears to be like a fire, or what would have been a fire, with like kind of sticks making a pyramid shape and wisps of smoke coming off of it with a crescent moon back behind it.
I'm sure she'll catch up with us.
Sure. Maybe we should ask that weird guy what the hell this means.
Which one? The robot?
Nah, the hairy one.
Okay.
So as you guys head out of your room, when you look out into the court, you actually see Jaren and a group of soldiers tending to somebody who is kind of kneeling on the ground at this point. You can't get a good look at them, but from what you can see, they look as though they've been pretty beat up and battered. And they're kind of tending their wounds.
I'll walk by.
Okay. Yeah, so go on.
Is that just them, or is that all of us?
That's all you guys. As you guys wake up at this point,
Okay.
you guys had enough time to rest, but as you approach Jaren and the other soldiers, they appear to be tending the wounds of Tiefling that is on the ground clutching this book. They've got relatively beat up armor, and one of their arms just seems to be completely covered as well. Between the long sleeve and the glove, you can't really see much of that. That seems to be protected well enough. The arm that's exposed appears to be beaten up. There's cuts and scars. They're in better shape probably than when they arrived, but they've definitely been through some shit.
Can I get close and kind of like introduce us to them and be like, what is your name? And then and heal them.
Yeah,
with a level 1.
Absolutely. Ari, why don't you introduce yourself?
So I guess I'm just like on the ground, like clutching the book, and I'm like terrified, and like maybe like just tear, like you could tell I've been like crying, and like my face is all beat up, and like the left side of my body is like just fucked up, like bruising, scarring, burns, and I'm just like, oh fuck.
This is what I
Hello.
read today. Okay.
Why didn't you just scream at me?
It's an awkward way of healing. You should feel a little better.
Thank you.
Where did you come from? What led you to this?
I lost my group.
How many?
My entire team.
2, 3, 9. A hand.
It was the 4 of us. Actually, the 5. I don't remember. It's all a blur. And I'm guessing like when you look like in her eyes, you just see like sadness. It just sadness.
She's gonna cry again. I can feel it.
This is
Yes.
she is currently the embodiment of trauma.
Well, I probably shouldn't be talking here with a -3 for my charisma. -2, sorry.
This must
I
be
was gonna go up and comfort her as soon as I saw her.
what
No, by
sadness
all means.
looks like.
I didn't want to interrupt.
And Jaren hears book and just kind of nods. He's taking notes and looking over reports and stuff and kind of looking over the situation. And he definitely seems occupied mentally as he's trying to figure out what exactly happened.
Thank you for the healing. But I I need to go talk with the recruiter and let them know about my situation.
Is she like kneeling on the ground, or is she like still standing? You said she was.
She was kneeling on the ground when you guys approached.
Okay, I'd hold out my hand to like help her up.
And I grab your hand with my left hand, and I'm like,
How tall is she? Am I going to be able to help her up? Being this.
I'm like 5'9".
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
you're taller.
Okay.
And when you mentioned something about going to talk to the recruiter, Jaren goes, "Don't worry about it. We'll handle that. We need to figure out what to do now that you're displaced, and yeah, I need to alert families and figure out what the hell went wrong with the last mission."
And she's just like nodding her head in sadness.
Where is our other team member?
She said something about moon speakers. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I was hoping you would have more answers.
She left a note.
Yeah,
Birna.
she spoke to me briefly this morning and was in a bit of a hurry when she left.
Now that she's showing us the whole note, what does it say?
Ravioli.
Mhm.
You'll never catch a violi.
How'd you know that's what it said?
The note reads, "To my dear friends, I apologize I must leave without notice, but the moon speakers are calling me in my meditation. I leave you this drawing. I made a symbol I saw in my dreams. You need it. I wish you well. May the moon guide you, Priscilla."
Interesting.
And it all seems to be pretty hastily scratched on the paper, so when she left, she was obviously in a hurry.
I wonder if she was mind controlled by these moon speakers. We should go find her.
Well, she seemed pretty clear-headed to me, but I think you have other issues to deal with at the moment, given last night's events.
Let's go talk to Irving.
I would still like to know what the hell a moon speaker is.
If I find out, I'll let you know. As far as Irving, we haven't been able to get close to him. Do you have any sort of contacts that might have more information on him, or?
I have something that will make contact with him.
Yeah.
Pull up my arm, Lance.
We might have a possibility of a lead within the row of Earthly Delights. I have a contact that I may know a little bit.
Well, I would say go check with him then. Basically, we need something to tie him to something. Anybody in the family. If we can get information, we might be able to do something. Find out what you can. Bring it back here. Ari, how are you holding up?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of shock since I just ran.
I get that. Are you feeling up for going along with, tagging along while we deal with stuff here, or you need time?
I'll do what I can.
What's with the book? Should we be worried about that? Do we need to take that?
No,
Is that...
no, it's fine. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna use the telltale heart on her.
Okay.
All right.
I
All
think
right.
everybody forgets that you have that.
I never forget, but everybody else does.
We totally traveled together and trained together, and now they're trying to push somebody new on us that won't tell us about a book.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's bound in human skin.
Is
She's
this the
after
Necronomicon?
Clada,
It is.
Moratu.
No.
I'm calling.
No.
As long as a tree doesn't try to put a root somewhere it doesn't belong.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Fuck me!
All right, so, you are using the Telltale Heart.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Okay.
I did a thing.
I said all three words.
There you go.
You did a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Made
man.
so you can put it into Roll20. There you go.
Nice. I like it.
Lie detector.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Other lie detector. Yes.
I like it.
Do I
So
get to make a save?
yeah.
No.
nope, there's no save. Ari, you have you begin hearing this dull ticking in the back of your mind. It's not something that you process as an actual sound, but it's there and it persists.
Was what's the source of the ticking?
Don't worry about that.
Oh, someone wearing a watch.
What is that book that you have right there?
It was an item we were supposed to retrieve for this man. I don't really know what it does.
Did they say what the name of the book was?
No,
What is the name of the book? Since you're holding it.
I don't know the name of the book.
There's no words on the cover of the book.
None? Okay.
So
The
what's on
book
first
the
page?
book itself
Publisher.
the book itself seems to be clad in this like aquamarine material that it almost has a metallic appearance to it, and you can see the light shine off of it.
So you went to go retrieve this book, and now your whole group is gone except for you.
Yes.
But you came back with the book.
I felt like I couldn't let go of it.
So you left your group.
I woke up and they were all dead. Fire everywhere.
Where? Where were you exactly?
On the
Near,
night.
near,
Uh,
near the Blackwoods.
Hold on. There it is.
Nothing she is telling you appears to be a lie. So there's nothing to roll deception on.
Beautiful.
Where are the Black Woods? Where, like,
They're in like the very southeast part of Iadel.
Probably next to the Greenwoods.
It's like it's like a swampy area. It was close to my home, but we had to go there for a mission.
Why are you with us if you have missions elsewhere?
My team died.
I mean, why did you join with us to begin with?
I believe she's been through quite a bit of trauma. We should let her kind of
I'm curious.
come back.
It wasn't really my idea. I kind of just came back today.
And Jaren looks at Fiona. Listen, we've got a couple options here. We can either reassign her to another group or give her time off. And the time off option is, well, Meredith's not exactly fond of that. If she does this willingly, then I don't have to worry about it, and Meredith will probably go easy. In fact, we probably don't even need to involve her at all.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You seem very
try
afraid
to,
of Meredith.
We'll try to help
Darren.
her as best we can.
I just try to create solutions where I can. Meredith has a reputation for not exactly being the most friendly to members of the Order, so I try to run damage control. She's cold, but she's efficient. Give her that much.
Did you ever find somebody that could take care of that scalp for me?
No, no, I did not.
Jaren. Sir,
What?
I appreciate your efforts. And I salute him.
He returns the salute. I mean, this is an actual formal situation right here, so yeah.
It's working time now.
Yeah. All right. Go check with your content. Keep an eye on Ari. If you find anything, let me know, and I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Can I see that book you have?
Okay. And I'm like trying to hand it to her with my right
Begrudgingly?
arm. I'm trying to hand it to her with my right arm, and my right arm is trembling.
I'll steady your hand, but
Okay. So-
I'll take it.
Okay. And you're going to look in the book?
Yeah.
Okay. As you look inside the book, the pages and the letters begin to shift. And they don't make sense. They don't form words that you recognize, and they consistently move. You can't tell what they're trying to say. You can't tell what they say. But the more you try to study the book, the more they seem to move.
If I was to stop and identify, do I think I would learn anything from this?
Let me check the identify spell.
Okay.
Okay. You can try to identify it. You may get some information.
Okay. You don't mind if I take a close look at this?
I just need it back when you're done.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure I'm by your side. I don't go anywhere.
Okay.
My like right arm is like just trembling the entire time as I'm like
Oh.
touching the book.
Okay. So you use the 10 minutes to cast Identify then as a ritual spell?
Ritual only.
Okay. Yeah, so you spend the time and kind of delve into the magical aspects of the book, and it is very much imbued with magic. As far as the properties of the book, there is an enchantment that basically makes it impossible to be read by anybody but the person the book is bonded to. You're not familiar with what kind of magic it is, how old the magic is, or how strong the magic it is, but you can at least discern what the effect is that's affecting the book.
Okay.
It doesn't have any specific charges, and as far as attuning, it's not something that you willingly attune to. It attunes to the person it bonds to.
This book was meant for one person and one person only. And that's all I can find out from this. You can't read it, can you?
I look into the book. I haven't really looked in it. I kind of just
All the words stand still on the book.
I read it and I'm like, I would read the first line. And what would the first line say?
You don't have to.
Chicken noodle soup.
You can call me Ishmael.
That is something I will cover with you at a later time. But as you
feel
speak,
it's dangerous, don't do it.
but as you speak, the words come out as gibberish to everybody else.
Oh,
Awesome.
what language is that?
It's a voice changer book.
Auto-tune the book. How to auto-tune for dummies.
I look at her and I'm like, well, she can speak gibberish. Bastard, give her that note we found in the village.
I don't think they're going to be able to translate that. And I still have it, by the way.
That's
My
amazing.
neat note.
Oh, I love that so much.
It's a relic.
It makes me happy.
You gotta frame it now.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to go right up on my blank wall. The only thing, my neat note.
So, what do you guys want to do from here? You have a new party member. You at least have contacts within the city you can check with.
I do not trust the new party member.
It's because I'm a demon.
What are you?
Humber, don't be like
I'm a
this.
tiefling.
We
Yeah.
have two demons
Those
inside
weird.
our group now. I do not trust our group.
Jaren just kind of stares at you, Book.
I stare back.
Go do work.
Yes, sir. And I salute.
I look at Jaren and I
He
say,
salutes back, exasperated.
I look at Jaren and I say, I was just getting used to the way that weird one watched me when they ate.
There's always something in a group. Always something. Just take care of this one. From everything I can tell, she's been through some shit.
All right. Fiona puts her arm around her. Okay, she doesn't.
Sorry, it just startled her. She just like
Super gun shy right now.
Not as
Yeah.
lava.
I don't want to Eldritch Blast anyone right now.
So, where you guys want to go from here?
What?
Well, we have a lot of
Yeah,
paths we can take.
We've
And
got a
we
lot of
have
ground to cover.
We have a meeting with.
Well, we got to go back to the empty tankard,
Cillian?
right?
Yep.
Yep. And talk to him about stuff, and then we got to pick up Book's ferret costume.
Yep.
I do not feel good about having a fairy costume anymore.
I feel like you would have the like straight face, just like, why me?
it's like the ditto. It's like the ditto face.
Yeah.
It's like
I start muttering in Infernal, and then I switch to Abyssal, and I'm just watching her reaction if she picks up on it, any of it.
and I'm like
These-
nodding.
These necklaces,
What are you muttering in Abyssal?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you? Because I know both.
I'm just saying, like, wow, what a long day, you know, da da da. Just nothing interesting.
It's,
Nothing
it's-
important.
start muttering in
No.
Druidic, like, man, isn't it weird that, oh.
Oh.
Oh, we
Ah.
have two druids.
What were you gonna say,
Oh.
Baston?
So the necklaces, we don't rightfully know what the symbol is, correct? Like,
Right, there is no symbol. They're non-denominational. They are just there to be able to be used as a focus.
oh.
You had
okay.
established that much.
Gotcha. Sorry. I was going to say we could start researching it at the libraries.
Do they have jeweler's marks on them?
I mean, they are created by jewelers, but at this point, the only value they probably have is monetary. As the arms of the crosses are made of gold, and there
Would
is
you
a
quit
jewel in the
taking
center of it.
crap off my desk?
Is Lucy causing problems?
What?
Is Lucy causing problems?
Oh. Oh.
But they're supposed to do.
We're good.
Okay. So, where to next, guys? Where are you going from here? Are you heading right to the empty tankard, or?
To get my fairy costume.
Yeah, let's go get his. Let's go
Ferret
to the Grand
costume
Bazaar and get
first.
his
Alright.
Okay.
ferret costume.
Why?
Plus
why do-
1 to AC, right?
No, it's a ferret costume. It is a ferret costume. That is
That's
all.
why it's just 1.
Plus
It's
10
cloth, right?
AC.
Plus 10 AC. Oh, Jesus.
It will give
Squeaker
him-
McSqueakerton.
It will give him a 10 AC. That's it. That's it. Just a 10.
No bonuses. Just
No
a-
bonuses.
So he's a plane now.
Go ahead,
mean, like,
book,
plus
wear it.
AC 130.
Plus one to Dex.
Yeah, so you guys find the merchant, and when you get back to her, this little old lady is sitting there with a rather proud look on her face with this giant lump of material that you can tell has been processed and sewn and made into something probably far nicer than it has any right being.
So why does this one need a ferret costume?
He has a ferret. Have you seen his
He's
ferret?
fun. He does children's party.
Oh, he does children's parties.
Yes.
No.
Stop spreading lies about me, you demon.
And the lady sees Book enter and just holds up the mound of material for him to take.
Would you like to see his
I will
ferret?
begin dancing with the fairy costume on.
Yeah.
All
Just
right.
like that.
So you guys watch Book put on this costume, and it is a very elaborate costume. Like, it looks like he's just a giant ferret, except for the hole cut out in the front of it that has his face. And as he does this, Arlen kind of hops around on the ground doing a little ferret war dance as he winds up on two hind legs and then falls over and then does it again. I'm
Does
far
it
too.
give- Does it give us inspiration?
No.
Can I give them inspiration with my seductive dancing?
God,
Yeah, with all
no.
that.
God,
winning-
no. All of the
His winning
no.
charisma.
Can I roll a
Whole
charisma check?
side is
Yeah,
just
have him
getting.
roll charisma.
If you roll a nat 20 on a charisma roll right now, I will give everybody.
What? Go on.
Wait, he said right now. So wait, I did early.
Yep, you did it early. 23.
Give me a nat 20 on a charisma. It would be a 19 for him.
Nope.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
But it's a pretty good ferret war dance. I mean,
I use a luck point.
no. Ugh.
Well, technically he can.
So is Book gonna keep the ferret costume on, or is he gonna put it away?
100% keeping it on.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Well,
You've got your armor on underneath it, so.
My only regret is that I didn't have it on while I was killing everybody.
You better get ready to die.
All right. So from there, where to next? You had already paid for the costume, so.
Empty
Mhm.
tankard, I guess.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Is there
guys.
any other places in the row of Earthly Delights in which I guess it's up to me as to where I would have spent my time. Never mind.
Yeah.
We obviously know Cillian is a good friend.
Yep.
To my knowledge,
Yeah, Cillian is probably the person you've got the most repertoire with, and you consider him a pretty good friend. He's always been pretty straight up with you. So.
as
Aren't we
again,
supposed
as
to-
we're traveling around, I'm trying to be incognito mode.
Give me a stealth roll.
Whether it be good or bad, I mean, I gotta do something. Can't be showing off in my face.
You're at least making an attempt. It's safe to say that Irving knows you're there.
And so does everybody else.
That hood just won't stay up, man. Like,
God.
it keeps
Yeah.
falling over, and you pull it up, and
Oh. Whoop.
What a sneakerton.
It's funny because I get disadvantage on that. I think so.
No, you got a +2 on it.
Wait, do I have to press it?
you might have to set it for disadvantage, I think,
Oh,
No.
because
Yeah.
Ari does have disadvantage on stealth.
it's well, I clicked the disadvantage,
I don't know. That's weird, but yeah, you do have disadvantage.
but it says I have +2. I don't fucking know.
Well, you have +2 to the roll, but you have disadvantage because of your armor.
That's true. So I would
Oh,
take that
okay.
17.
Gotcha. There you go.
Bastans.
Okay.
Passive is higher than that.
All right, so you guys continue on, making your way to the empty tankard. And when you get there, it's quiet. Cillian's there, kind of setting up the bar for the day. There's not much going on, but he sees you guys and kind of nods and smiles as you make your way in.
I'm kind of small chatting Ari to see what she's comfortable talking about, and just kind of trying to be upbeat and sympathetic and stuff.
Thank you.
Proceed on up towards the bar. Dear friends, we see each other again.
Twice in 2 days, huh?
So this
one
one
Ugh.
slept with someone's girlfriend, and that's why
Turns out I'm quite a lucky man. I don't suppose you may have heard word travel through quite quickly that they have after my life yet again.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't succeed too well, though, so that's a good thing.
A bit of a scratch, a bit of a bump,
Oh.
and I have like gesture for an ale.
He sets a glass in front of you and fills it up. Yeah, you look like you could use that. So I did get a little information on that Baldric guy for you.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know if you're gonna like this very much, though.
Any news is better than no news, good friend.
Well, he does apparently appear to be staying with Richard Banedragon, the father. I heard some interesting news, though.
Oh, what's that?
It would appear that there's a reason the Banedragon's been keeping quiet. There's a little bit of family infighting going on. Brothers ain't seeing eye to eye on something. Sounds like a while back Irving took possession of something that Riss had, and Riss didn't take too kindly to it, and he left and came back with some people to kind of take his side, but I don't know too many details on it. Last anybody saw Riss was about 6 months ago, so I don't know what the result of the infighting was, but it sounds like Richard was kind of trying to keep out of it.
Where they hold up at? Any word?
Well, I don't know about Riss and Irving, but Richard's at his mansion.
Home estate.
Yes, the estate. I mean, I can give you a location on that, so you'll at least have a place to know where to look for him, and you can find Baldric there. I'd say check it out, but that's as much information as I got. Since he's been laying low, he may not try to be too hostile and turning away people trying to talk. He's come off as being mostly on the up and up lately, so at least to the public eye. Well, the flunkies that have been around don't appear to be collecting for him from the sound of it.
So a sway of power.
Possibly. It's whatever's going on. Richard's been quiet lately.
Who's to say if he's still around?
I don't know. Last I heard, though, this morning was Baldric was on his way there, so that's as much as I got for you.
Which direction are we going?
That is going to be the Diamond Quarter. Obviously, he's got a nice enough place to be able to find residence with the nobles. Go figure, huh?
Scumbag making wonderful money off of us. Am I right?
That's about par for the course, my friend. I'd say check it out, though. That's about as good information as I got.
I'm going to turn around to the rest of our friends. Oh, wait. Before I do this, I'm going to have everybody kind of come together. I'm not just going to be like, hey, guess where we're going? We're in a bar. We don't want to be making our scene. I'm going to kind of get everybody together. Seems we may have ourselves a adventure into the Diamond District. Richard Banedragon is holed up there, and
Aha.
well, Baldric is staying with them, and he is on his way there. Perhaps we might be able to intervene.
So you want us to this Baldur's guy?
Maybe I'm not familiar with the terminology
Stab?
you're using this for.
Like stab?
Oh,
You know, stab? That's what you do with this hand motion. You stab.
You guys are
to be
so
fair,
cute.
your camera angle was like this.
You're so cute. He's like this, and
I
she's
knew
like
I
this.
didn't trust you. The first thing you suggest is stabbing somebody.
We need him for answers.
Okay. Well, all I know is that he's bad, apparently.
What? My notes. Who takes these god awful chicken scratch notes?
So
I
I have
only-
Baldric Ennis and then Marvin Issues? Main Issues? M-A...
Main issue. So I look at Ari and I say, Baldric in this is roughing up some of the
Yeah.
working girls in this
Oh, yeah.
quarter.
Yeah, he has a lot to answer to.
okay,
He's
so
hitting prostitutes.
so no matter what, we have to rough him up.
We need to.
Needs to be punished.
We need to make him not come back.
Yes. We could
Or-
potentially give him some other reason for not wanting to do that.
So, like, we break his legs. He can't walk again.
legs,
Yeah.
dick, whatever work.
What
The problem is he's an important figurehead. So if we do
okay.
anything too drastic, we might get even more too much or
He's the
worse
heir.
attention.
He's the heir to the ruling family in Veer.
Yeah, I think we
So-
have
Oh,
to
that's
be a
where
little
I heard it
careful.
came from. Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be very bad if maybe he couldn't produce an heir.
It would most definitely be in our favor if he could not produce an heir.
Why
you
is
rolling essays?
right?
He's dying of laughter in his suit.
He's dying on the inside, but he's succeeding on his throws, so he's not even dying on the inside, right? All right, so Cillian does mark off a spot on the map where the Bane Dragon residence would be, so you know exactly
Okay.
where to go to find it.
So, as just maybe a plan of action, as we, I don't know, case the joint if you have it. Kind of check out the area, make sure that ins, outs, guards,
How well?
just to
Okay.
be safe.
I think we should have a consensus before we get closer. Before,
This is
well,
this
what
is
we
just
should do,
out there.
what we should plan before people get thrown inside the house, and then we're like, oh, what do we do now?
What were you going to
Just
say, Sarah?
saying.
Oh, I was gonna ask. The Diamond District, of course, is where the fancy people live. So, do normal-looking people just wander around there? Is that a thing, or is it like
They would go through? It's not to say they'd never have business with the nobles. They would. I mean, they're not going to be there in mass droves or anything like that. But yeah, you're going to see the commoners go through there.
Okay.
It's not uncommon.
I just didn't know if it was like a kind of a closed-off part of the city, like where
It's
That's a good point.
right. It's kind of
Yeah.
separated a little bit. So the people who go there purposely, and there's not a ton of traffic going through it. But it's not uncommon for non-nobles to go there for business with nobles or anything like that.
We might need to don disguises then. If there's not much traffic flowing through it, if we're to, I guess best term, loiter longer than what it should seem, we may want to look the part of being or belonging in the area.
Well, wouldn't you need a disguise? Since you're
Something better than this hood, yes.
since you're a wanted man, maybe you can get a costume like
A
the big
good
guy
idea.
over here.
Or you
I
could just
already
be
have a disguise.
invisible. I might have to be invisible. It's kind of hard to hide me.
But only for an hour. Right? How long is yours for?
Oh, let me just check.
Because if it's concentration, it's only one person.
Can I? Or I don't know.
Unless
I
you
think
cast it at higher
Unless at the
levels, then you
higher
can
level.
target
Yeah,
more people.
invisibility mask. Yeah.
Would be the
So
second.
what if we just got fancy clothes and we just
What?
said we're going to a fancy birthday party, and we have the ferret king over here
I need a mask.
and a masquerade. Yeah, we say we're going to a masquerade birthday party.
So Cillian goes, wait a minute, I think I can actually help with that.
I need
Oh,
a crown.
Hello.
And he goes in the back and comes out with this chest that he props up onto the bar. And
Oh,
it's
late night
all like
adventures.
no, it's all like stage clothes.
Oh.
So
I
like
grab a crown.
yep, yeah, absolutely. It's obviously not a real crown. It's made of like paper mache.
No, I need extra level stuff.
I am
But-
truly the ferret king now.
But there's a lot of like faux fancy dress clothes here and masks and stuff that would be used for like stage work. But
So we can
it
save
would be
it
enough
part
to be
for the
serviceable.
party. We can save it part for the party, Basil.
Well, I could probably talk myself out of any trouble.
Cillian, how
Oh, sure.
Whatever could I do for you to repay you for these?
I kind of feel responsible for some of the trouble you got into. After all, I've been the one serving you the drinks, so I'm the one who tend to get you in that trouble.
You didn't talk to anybody about that I was back in town now, did you?
No, I heard about that after you hit town. You really need to be more discreet.
What can I say? This dumb hood. All right. I'm gonna rummage through, and I'm gonna find a mask. Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
Plus 10 to stealth.
Yeah, it's not. There's enough there for you guys to be able to have your pick and choice from all that. Some of it looks like it might be a little stained from partying. Whatever this came from, it was probably some event in the bar that it was like some party that was being thrown, and this was what was left over.
So it's gonna smell like.
Oh, it absolutely smells like ale and like stale bread and all of that.
Wonderful.
Doesn't smell great, but it'll do.
Awesome. Okay.
It takes some work to find something that'll fit Syrah, just because of her height. But he does end up finding something, and it looks kind of like a fancy dress, which she kind of looks a little out of place in.
Yeah, I definitely look really uncomfortable. I'm just kind of I'm kind of like
enough to go over our armor, right?
uncomfortable and kind of tugging at it, and I'm looking at Fear and I'm going, really? This looks okay. This looks okay. Like for real.
Sorry.
Cillian just kind of grabs her chest and goes, "Oh boy," and walks away.
We'll teach Sierra and Infernal then.
Okay, so you guys are in your fancy garb. Book, are you wearing the ferret costume then with the crown?
I am. I am looking for a way to attach the crown
That
to
is
my costume.
fucking majestic.
Wait. No, I want a certain look too.
Okay. I'm sure there's obviously a dress that's going to fit a tiefling of your size in there. Okay. You are actually probably the easiest person to dress out of the stuff that's in the costume box.
Okay.
With her wings?
I just cut.
Yeah, you can just cut some holes or slits or something.
They fold in a little bit.
A backless dress.
Oh.
Sure, there you go.
I would I'd have to like
something
leave
high class.
and like come back, and I'd still have like my armor like on my right arm.
Right. Okay. So in fancy clothes, but still wearing the pauldron and the full like arm gauntlet. Okay.
It's warrior chic.
I like it. I like it.
You're like warrior chic, and I'm like warrior what?
Which one is Xena, folks? All right. So, are you making your way to the residence then, or?
I think that would be the general consensus. I'm not gonna party lead on this one. Just everybody interested in doing that? Casing the place?
So, should I go ahead?
Is that something you normally do?
I can. I normally was like in the back because I had another.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Jenica's power went out.
Yeah, I was confused why she was just staring down like this, and then that's it.
It's all good. Let's give her a minute.
Back up. These messages.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
AJ,
Yeah.
look what I just put in chat. That's how I imagine Book with pretty much any enemy. From now on.
Oh God.
Chi-chan. That's who it is. It's Chi-chan. Oh, what the heck? No.
Oh, there she goes.
That's cool.
There she goes.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Should we take a 5-minute break, potty break?
AJ,
Yeah.
We all
I'll give
shifted.
you something real quick. Book walks away.
Okay.
Real quick. Just real quick.
Okay.
He wants to go back to the tailor.
Okay. So Book heads back to the tailor. What is he doing?
I walk in with Arlen in my hands.
Uh-huh. And the lady standing there sees you walk in this outfit and is a little confused.
This is fantastic quality. You did a very good job.
Well, I know, it's what I do. Please tell me you're not here for something else.
I do need something else.
Okay, what is it?
I need a costume for him, and I hold Arlen up.
But he's already a ferret.
I do not need a ferret costume for a ferret.
He gets like a
What?
human costume.
He needs a human costume to make him look like a warrior.
She just throws up her arms and walks away.
All right, while we're waiting on Jenica, I'm gonna go get another drink.
All right, we'll be right back, folks, while we sort out the technical difficulties.
This needed to be a thing. Needed to be a thing.
Hey, and we're back, and everybody is here again. All right, thank you for the patience, people. Appreciate that. I know we got some people in the chat here.
Sorry, there was a surprise power outage. No one was expecting.
I mean, I'm pretty sure power outages are always a surprise, though, or at least
Watch,
mostly a
next my
surprise.
breaker is gonna go out.
Don't you put that shit into the air.
Oh no.
All right, so we left off. You guys were getting all dressed up to make a trip to the Diamond District. It's marked on your map, so it's about, let's say, a half-hour walk from there to the residence that's marked on your guys' map. And once you guys get there, you can kind of scope out the place. The residence itself is a pretty decent size with a large stone wall around it, and in the front of it there's an iron gate, like an iron bar gate. The gate itself appears to be open, leading into the courtyard, and beyond that is the door entering into the villa. How do you guys want to approach this?
Not guns a-blazing. How many guards can we tell from outside?
Based off your passive perception, just kind of seeing what details you see, you don't really notice any guards around.
What?
That's very strange.
Yeah.
I'm still in shock and awe and disbelief. Is there anything that I can see that's kind of like an ADT home defense system? You know, anything of that notion? You know, some.
No. And Ari, with your investigation, yeah, there doesn't appear to be any guards around, and more than that, upon closer look, even from a distance, you can see that the front door appears to be at least slightly cracked.
I put my hand on my hilt. Be on God.
How many people are in the street? Like, is this just like a normal day for everybody, and this is just an odd occurrence?
I mean,
or does it seem like
Yeah.
there's not many people around?
I mean, it's a normal day, and this is an odd occurrence. There doesn't appear to be many people around, but there wouldn't be that many people walking around casually here, anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This is something we should go up and. Before I do that, is the gate trapped? I know my lesson from last time.
Give me an investigation. He
God
learns,
forbid I do
folks.
something. Why am
Learning
I
is fun.
nervous? Yeah, especially when you go down a. Yeah. Well, crap. F me running, I guess. So it looks like I just kind of throw the gate open. No, I'd open it.
You don't see anything. You open the gate and walk through, and nothing happens.
Oh, good job. There's no pitfall.
It's a residential home. It's quiet.
Too quiet.
Meh.
Hello.
Can I poke and kind of look around? Like, this is probably something I shouldn't be doing, but clearly I'm going to. But, like, look through the old doorway here.
The crack in the door.
Yeah.
You can't see anything on the inside. Like even pushing the door open, it's a little bit dark in there, with the exception of you can see some light coming in through a window towards the back, but you can't really see anything that it's illuminating.
One finger open.
And as you push, it just kind of creaks open slowly, and the sun lets in. And it opens up and lightens up the area in the initial entryway, which appears to be quiet and empty. You hear no sounds coming from the house, with the exception of what sounds like whimpering a few rooms back.
Discern this whimpering from animal or human? Or, like, if it's an animal whimpering.
It is not an animal. It sounds male, even.
That is him. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I would go ahead.
Well, I guess I'll
If-
go on in and scope it out cautiously.
All right. What's the marching order?
If we all go in, I make sure to shut the door behind us.
Okay.
specifically.
Not a bad decision. Investigation. Okay. What's the marching order, guys?
I'll be in the rear.
I'll
in the
be
front
right in front of
since I push the door open.
Sarah?
right in front of Fiona.
Right in front of Fiona. Okay, so you're near the back. Baston is in the front because he pushed the door open. Ari, you're up near the front, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'd be probably like right behind him.
Okay, so Book.
You address him as Ferret King.
Is he dressed as a ferret?
He is dressed
With
as a
a
ferret right
crown.
now with a crown. Yep. I'm guessing you're more towards the middle then?
Need to play some tricks on him later.
I'm debating on how Book would.
Yeah,
Feel about
that's. I
this.
mean, that is kind of the question there.
He would probably be towards the middle, keeping an eye on the newest party member.
Okay. Okay.
That's understandable.
Yeah. So she's like right in front of you then. As
Towering over you with beaming eyes.
I was debating on him going in front of her
mhm.
because she's injured, or watching her because he doesn't trust her.
I mean, why not a little of column A, a little of column B?
That's up
Right
to
next to
you.
her.
Yeah.
You guys
So-
lock arms and skip on in.
Well, I mean, he can still be behind her and watching her, A, because she's injured, and B, because he doesn't trust her.
There you go. That's
So
a
I
good
can be in front of Fiona then. Or wait,
So the
Fiona, were you in front of Fiona or were you behind her?
Sierra is in front of Fiona.
In front.
It's
Okay, so I can be behind her, just as back, like give surprise attack.
Okay. That's what you want.
Cool.
I think it would be best if you stayed near the front.
What am I saying in this room as it's lit up?
the front entryway is empty. You can hear the whimpering coming in. It sounds like it's back towards the back of the villa. And there's a couple rooms to get through to get there, but you don't hear any other stirring in the house. It's quiet.
Can we all hear the whimpering at this point, or still just?
As you make your way forward, you can all pretty much hear it at this point. It's quiet, but you can hear it.
Okay. I guess we move closer towards the whimpering and discover where it's coming from.
Okay. As you step into a room towards the back of the house, you see slightly illuminated by the light coming in through one of the windows, a human figure, male. Yes. A human figure, probably early to mid 20s, curled up in the fetal position, kind of rocking himself, staring blankly ahead. This is the source of the whimpering.
Do I recognize anything about this person?
You do not, because you were not there at the meeting, but Syrah, Fierna, I think you were the only two there where Scarlet gave you a description of Baldric Innes.
So it matches him.
He matches the description. As you guys step into the room, you see the room illuminated a little bit more by the light coming through the window, and as you take a closer look around, seeing what's in the room itself, it is a complete and utter bloodbath. The wood deck is stained with blood. There's blood scattered along the walls. Baldric himself is sitting in a pool of it, although he doesn't appear to have any of it splattered on him. The place is a bloody mess, and in it there are a few bodies.
And do these bodies, anybody I recognize? Are they just Joe Schmoes?
One of them you recognize.
Oh boy. He appears to be that of
Richard
upon
Bane
closer
Dragon.
inspection.
Richard Bane.
Called it.
Oh.
Fucking called it. Noted. Deceased. Where did I put my pen? We're good.
Okay. I'm gonna walk
Leave
up.
extra early for the Bane
Mhm.
Dragon.
Sarah?
I'm gonna walk up to Baldric and smack him on the face.
And as you smack him, you can all hear this loud echoing slap reverberate throughout the room, and he just kind of looks up at you stunned.
And I look down at him and I'm like, "You want to tell us what happened here?"
I don't know. I just walked into this, and I was supposed to be staying here. My father made arrangements, and are they here? Was this for me? Were they after me?
Who?
I don't know. This was already here when I got here. I'm still I don't know. He appears to be panicked right now.
Does he look like he's lying or?
Give me an insight check. Ari, you can't tell.
Yeah, I don't really know the guy, so
Yeah, you don't really have a base to gauge off of him.
As she's
I
giving
have-
him an insight,
I
as
have
she's
the-
looking an
I have
insight
the
check.
proficiency.
Sarah?
I'm just gonna say, why would someone come after you?
Ooh, I got a 20.
I don't have a clue because I'm nobility. That's the only thing I can think of. Fierna, he seems to be telling the truth completely. He has no idea what happened, but he's panicked as all hell.
Okay.
He seems genuinely convinced that whatever happened here may have been because of him or somebody after him, whether or not it actually even was. That also kind of gives you insight as to his character. He probably thinks he's a little more important to the situation than he was.
Who is this
He is now.
person?
This is Baldric Innes.
Baldric Innes. Computing.
But wait a minute. How do you know who I am? Are you here for me? Are you after me too?
Oh, no, calm down. We're just seeing what's going on here. We're just really concerned what happened with you.
I walk over in the ferret suit.
He looks very confused.
He's
And-
about to be very frightened.
He's actually more trying to figure out if he's been drugged right now.
Listen, do you know anyone that you would call, say, an enemy? Someone that's been giving you a hard time lately?
I mean, not here.
Is there someone that maybe you have been giving a hard time lately? You know, that
Of
might
course
wanna-
not. I give nobody a hard time.
Really?
I am an absolute fucking peach.
I will grab
He
him
re-
and
he
throw him
believes
up against
that?
the wall.
He
That's what I
genuinely
was just
believes
about
that.
to do. That's what I was just about to do.
Okay, so do both of you do it?
Yeah, at the same
Oh
time.
god.
We grab him and slam him against the wall.
So
Can we
between-
do a combined strength check?
I'm not even gonna make you. Between Syrah and Book, they simultaneously just grab an arm and lift him up off the ground, slamming him against the wall. He is now even more panicked than he was.
I was
Um,
talking to him.
You can still talk to him.
Is there any weapons on him
No,
that I can visibly see?
nope.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, you can still talk to him. He's just being held up in the air against the wall. That's all.
As I throw him up against the wall, I lean forward and I whisper in his ear, real quiet and menacingly. I'm like, the women in the row of earthly delights are not nobodies.
They're performing a service. They're there for that. What? I've done nothing wrong.
I elbow him with my free arm.
Think harder.
Give me a melee attack.
While they're doing this, can I discern any way of how Richard Bangarang passed? Like multiple slashes, kind of like a style of attack?
So you're checking his body directly for wounds to see what caused the death? Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
That definitely doesn't
And
do
money.
it.
I want to see these.
I mean, you kind of nudge him, but he's so focused on everything else, he doesn't really take any thought into it.
You gonna tell me exactly what killed him?
That's a nat 20.
We're rolling good tonight, boys.
So
I can't kill anybody, but I can definitely make my checks.
So as you roll him over, you see broken arrow shafts in his chest, a series of slashes from what appear to be some form of heavy blades. Not necessarily like anything you've seen on any of the guards around here or any of the more elegant weapons that you've seen.
Okay.
Also caked in blood, attached to his body, you find a piece of cloth with some sort of creature embroidered onto it. It's very primitive, but it's you can definitely tell it's something.
It's a stick figure. Right?
No, it's more than that. Yeah, it's enough. It's almost like it's more painted on there, or at least it would appear to be. It is a periton, which is essentially a combination of a bird and a stag.
Oh, I would recognize that.
Yes, you would.
Part of his house.
Yes, I would.
No.
Bird, stag. I ain't even gonna attempt to draw it because I'm gonna draw something really buck wild, and you guys are gonna go.
Think a griffin, but instead of instead of like a lion's body and a bird's head, it's a stag with bird wings, essentially.
Yeah. Look, I could carry it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it though.
No, you did not see it.
So I'm going to grab up this. This cloth is clearly soaked, though. Yeah.
Oh, it's drenched in blood. You can tell what's on it, but it's like everything's got a red hue to it.
Okay. Kind of panning it out of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I will then rejoin them in their discussion, civil discussion with Baldric.
Okay. Yeah, Baldric is still there. The bottom of his pants are caked in blood. It does look as though he soiled himself at this point.
There we go. That's the reaction I'd like.
Fiona
Do you recognize this?
No, not at all. He genuinely seems perplexed and has no clue about it. What were you going to say, Fiona? Oh,
I was
second.
just commenting. I was just saying I was trying to kind of slowly get into the meat of the matter, but since things have escalated so quickly, she kind of is just watching what everyone's doing right now.
Okay. And Sierra?
I look at what Bastion put up and I look at him and I say, it's a periton. They attack my village, my people.
So it's not myth. It's not legend. It's real.
They're real. They're
I'm going to turn around and kind of like slowly walk away, like oohing and eyeing at this. Like, ooh.
they are vicious.
You just don't know how to make friends, do you? I say to this guy.
What do you... He's still panicking at this point. Sierra, give me... what is the roll I'm looking? That is not the right page.
Is there any windows around these? I'm assuming we're in like a kitchen.
Yeah, it's more like a back kitchen. There is one window that's casting light into it. That's how you're able to see the bloodbath that happened in here. Sierra, give me a history check.
I was gonna say.
And in this one, I'm going to give you advantage.
No. 2 4s.
It glitched. It glitched. Clearly,
Clearly
Wow.
glitched. Who rolls 2 4s in a row?
right? It's like Brave rolling 223s. Who does
All right.
that?
Was
Yeah. The design on it looks familiar. You've seen it before, but you can't for the life of you place where.
yeah. It's like I can tell you what it is, but yeah,
Well, and you remember seeing this exact design of it too, this exact illustration of it. You've seen it somewhere before.
Ooh, I have such a good idea.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting to find something like this today. So-
Well, that's cool.
Ooh.
Is there anything going on in the back?
Nothing else seems to be going on. You're checking out the other rooms?
Yeah. Look out the window, mosey around the rooms.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Just like to be sure of my surroundings.
No, that's
That'd
fine.
be anybody
Nothing
that's
wrong with that.
investigating.
I'm still
Awesome.
holding him.
So while they're holding him, can I do something?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Okay. I get out my dagger.
Whoa, no.
Hey, calm down.
I knew that was coming.
No demonic
Because if
rituals
you touch
allowed
it to
here.
a seed, it
I don't look
explodes.
aggressive. Just calm down. Okay. I get up very close to him, and enough to whisper in his ear, and I start to just run the dagger kind of lightly up his arm until he starts to flinch a little.
That doesn't
then
take very long.
When I see him flinch, I said, "Oh, do you know what that feels like?"
Well, I mean, it looks like a knife. I don't.
Does it bother you?
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan.
Does it bother you the thought of hurting innocent flesh?
I've done nothing of the sort. Why are you doing this to me?
Well, why would anyone think that you have harmed anyone?
I don't know. I'm a delight.
You
I
smell
smack
like a
him.
delight.
Well,
If you're not telling me the truth, I will end your life right here.
I mean, he believes he's telling the truth.
Okay, I know. I'm just trying to
Right. And so,
figure out if there could be something more to the story.
what was the strength for? Are you smacking him
Smack
again?
the fuck out of him.
What? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, so
As
you
soon as he said he was a delight, I'm slapping him. Anytime he's so fucking grandiose, I'm just smacking him or hitting him.
yeah, you bitch slap him for 1 point of unarmed damage, and like he's whack.
Are there
Okay.
stairs?
Yes, Sarah.
I'm gonna proceed to mosey on upstairs. Well,
Since
I
Book's
kinda
holding. Go ahead.
All right, is Book? I'm sorry. Is Book
ahead.
like breaking his arm, or is he just
No,
squeezing?
he's just holding him.
Okay. Okay.
Yep,
I,
with the occasional bitch slap.
I've got him underneath
like-
one armpit, and Sierra has him underneath the other armpit, pretty much.
So
And we
When you
just
ha-
got him pinned up against the wall. That's it.
when you have, your way with these girls that you pay for, you've done nothing to make them upset, ever.
I mean, that doesn't matter. I paid for my time with them.
Smack
it
'em.
doesn't matter.
You smack him again. He genuinely does not seem concerned by any of this. He's more worried about what's going on in the rest of the room.
You
Yep.
should be focused on me right now because my knife is like right at his throat.
And at this point, his attitude is kind of starting to change as he turns towards you. Do you know who I am?
I do.
You're really going to threaten to kill me?
I'm
My
just trying
entire
to
house
make-
would come down on this city.
slap
I
him.
don't think you understand. We don't care who you are.
Wait, excuse me, sir. I would like for you to look at something real quick. And I hold up one of my paws. And the lance comes out right in
I'm-
front of him.
And
I'm willing.
yeah, he panics a little. He flinches, but he's trying to put on a tough show.
I look at Fiona and Book and I say, perhaps this man just died here like everyone else.
Now,
How unfortunate.
That thought did cross my mind.
now
as well.
wait a minute.
Or perhaps he goes home and he pays, I don't know, what restitution to the 3 largest brothels in this town
And he never
and-
visits them
and
again.
never comes back.
Listen, I can't promise I'll never come back. I have royal
And he
obligations.
never comes back.
You
Give-
will promise.
Give
And
me
I know
give me an intimidation roll.
I'm gonna smack him.
That's a serious good.
Yeah.
Get it.
Could she get advantage?
No, I'm not.
Oh, she absolutely can have advantage on that. You guys,
Yeah,
you guys have been doing
totally.
nothing but threatening this
I
guy.
did worse. I rolled
Wait, I
so
will-
shit.
Can I do anything with
I
prestidigitation?
can't. I'm rolling so badly.
I mean, she's already rolled with advantage. So there's not really
Alright.
anything else. He
Yeah.
he is basically agreeing to go away and do as you ask, but
I just have one thing for you before we leave and finish discussing this. And she brings out a small notebook. She says, "Give me your finger."
okay, and he holds it out while still being held up against the wall.
She pokes it with her dagger.
Oh, what was that?
Sign your name in my book
Uh,
right now.
Okay. And he
Oh no, she has the
writes
death
his
note.
name. She does not have a death note. No, that is not a thing that's happening.
That would be
What?
great, though.
Right?
What's a death note? I just want her name in the book.
Death note is a book where if you write somebody's name in it, they die.
They die.
Well, I know of different other things. But you're not
Yeah. So yeah, he writes his name in it very quickly, and it's smudged blood, but he writes his name in it.
Thank you.
Can I go now?
Do
As
you
he
know
does-
what
Go ahead.
happens if he does, or if he breaks his promise since he wrote his name in your book?
What? What happens?
Don't worry
It's-
about it.
Okay, we know. Perhaps you go back and cry in your corner some more, and we'll tell you when you can go.
I feel bad for not telling him what will happen if he doesn't follow through.
happened?
And he's just
It's
sitting
his
there,
oath in blood.
and he walks back the corner. He's just sitting there like, well, what happens? What happens?
A man should know if he is going to die or not.
He just needs to not come back. It will be fine.
Exactly.
He is irritated, but he is at least
I mean,
listening
I
to
could.
your demands.
He's
Um,
not gonna say too much.
Would I recognize? Okay, can I look at like the weapons? You said there were arrows and stuff, and
mhm.
is it only Richard here, or there's multiple bodies?
There's a couple bodies there. The other bodies, nobody, you guys don't recognize. They're nobodies, but they bear
Would I
similar wounds to Richard.
Would I recognize the weapons at all, like the arrows and stuff, or no?
Like what the arrows would be made out of.
Yeah, like
Yes.
would they look like something similar, like something that I would know,
Yeah, absolutely.
but I still can't really place them.
Give me another history check.
This is not my strong suit, AJ.
9.
Actually, I would say
Ah!
no, 14.
Hey,
That's good.
Double digit.
I rolled something larger than a 5.
14 is good enough. You've seen these arrows before because they are arrows crafted specifically by the Elenavea clan.
Oh. I just kind of dropped to my knees.
Man, right?
Bastion's not in here, right?
No,
I'm
Bastans not
upstairs.
in there. Bastans upstairs.
I just kind
Okay.
of dropped to my knees and I look at the arrows and I look like totally lost. And I look at Fiona and Ari and Book and I say, "These are the arrows of my clan."
Does that mean that your clan came here?
They caused this.
My clan disappeared. I was the only one left.
Sorry.
Maybe they're trying to find you as well.
We'll come back to you, Logo.
Fuck.
I mean, it doesn't look possible that they were held here at all, does it?
Maybe they were just in their way.
They would have no reason to come here. Unless they were brought by someone. They disappeared that was overnight while we slept. I could never find them. I never knew what happened.
I'm so sorry. Can we do like a more thorough search if there's any other?
Okay, so you guys can search the downstairs. Go ahead and roll investigation. I'm gonna go back to Logo. Logo, you are upstairs. Bastin, what are you searching for up there?
Well, I mean, it's just a general
General
look
investigation.
around.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be open windows. I'll be able to see around. It's. I mean, is there any bodies? Is there any like?
There are no bodies, but the upstairs itself seems to be, or at least one point, the living quarters of probably somebody else, as none of the belongings here seem to belong to Richard. But the taste when deciding on the items that filled this upper residence are familiar to you, and that they very much are in line with the sort of things that would belong to Irving. It's safe to assume that at one point these were his living quarters, while his father may have had the downstairs residence.
Is there? I mean, like, just kind of like cruising through. Is there anything that's like left out in the open that would strike my interest? As like, say, possible like locations. Like, I'm off to said location, or Irving. This is so and so located at here. You know.
So, give me an investigation roll.
20.
What the fuck?
All right. Tell me everything about him.
There is nothing indicating the locations where he was going, but what you do come across is a shifting panel on the floor, and when you shift it to the side, you see several pedestals lined up as though something large and heavy were positioned here in his possession. As you look at the dust, there appear to be rather large footprints on the center bases of these pedestals.
Guys, I think I might have found something.
It can be assumed in this situation that Irving is in possession of the other Warforged. Which does beg the question, what happened to Riss? And where is he, and why does he not have them?
Is there anything on the pedestals, or is it just like a raised pedestal for these?
It's a raised pedestal. It's large enough that they could stand on it, and they were probably in deactivated mode here. The dust accumulated around them it leaves kind of an empty spot where the footprints are, and there's a very light layer of dust there, indicating that they've been there long enough for at least a light coating of dust to form there. They've been gone that long, but they probably left not too terribly long ago.
I mean, like any, say, like engravings or anything?
No,
Right
no
now.
engravings.
Okay.
Nope.
Interesting.
Had no need for them.
And there's how many pedestals?
Let me double check that.
5.
Should be 5, I believe. But
Okay.
I want to make sure.
Yeah, B01K, B01.
Yep, there's 5 of them.
B02K.
Sorry, no, there are 4 of them.
4.
Yes, 4.
I'm the 5th.
There were 6.
There's
Right.
ass.
Right.
6 ass.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
ass.
I know.
Oh.
There are 4 pedestals, though.
Interesting.
Very.
Which does leave one of the Warforged not accounted for.
potentially still in Reese's possession. Potentially. But not a count.
Maybe.
And
Did anybody else come up?
I
They
came
were,
up when you asked.
I'm downstairs. Yeah.
You're still investigating downstairs. Okay, so Book comes up and joins Baston when he calls for him. Book, you see the same thing that he's looking at.
My brethren were here.
I guess is there like anything discernible? Like, I mean, there's 4 pedestals, but there's light coated dust, which means they were here at one point, but they're obviously been gone long enough, say month and a half.
They were there within the last 6 months. So they've been there since Riss left. Book, what is your passive perception?
16.
Okay. When you enter the room, I know, but there's a reason this pertains specifically to Book.
I know.
Book, when you enter the room, there is a part in your chest that begins vibrating. That little panel.
This must be what love feels like.
I hate you so much
Sorry,
right now.
I had to.
As you enter the room, the panel in your chest with the 3 slots begins vibrating.
I feel funny, Baston.
He's like
It's
vomit.
natural.
Hold
I
me.
caress his face.
God damn it, I hate all of you right now.
Their ship name is Boston.
I don't know if we can do this.
I said nothing. You can't hate me.
Boston.
That's fine. You're okay, Jenica. You're the only one. Well, you and Dina. You guys are fine. Now, you feel the vibration in the panel, but Baston, you hear something. It's a light vibrating sound. And for us, it would sound like a phone vibrating somewhere off in the distance.
Continuous or just like?
Continuous.
Is it coming from the bookshelf?
It's coming from a wall.
A wall. Okay. I guess start feeling around the wall, like to see if there's where it starts to get, progressively feel more vibration.
Yeah, and as you kind of feel your way through the wall, you feel a spot in the wall that appears to be vibrating, and as you kind of run your hand over it, while there is some sort of covering on the wall itself, it almost feels like it's raised a little bit, as though there was a hasty kind of fill job done here.
Okay. I will move it aside or break through it.
Okay.
And
give me a strength check. You will have to break through it.
I love this.
Should I try to help him?
Yeah, absolutely. Although a 17 will be enough. It doesn't appear to be a very thick covering, so you are able to break through it relatively easy. And as you kind of punch through, your hand lands on something small and metallic.
Pull it out and check it out.
It's a small rectangular-shaped metal object with what appear to be several gems on it, connected by metal running between the gems along the surface of the metal object. It's thin and elongated.
Book, does this look anything like something important to you?
I do not know.
I'm going to go ahead and walk up to him and be like, I bet you do. And I'm going to...
Yeah, as you get closer, the vibration gets stronger.
Put it in me, big boy.
I'm going to slowly insert this rectangular metallic object
I was drinking,
into the chest cavity.
Is this what a stroke feels like?
No, this is insertion.
Wrong kind of stroke. Okay.
Does it fit?
It does. It's a perfect fit. It looks damaged, but it does fit.
I'm sorry, all I can think is Robin Hood Men in Tights. Okay, it's a perfect fit.
Oh, well done, sir.
Okay.
I at least appreciate the callback.
Anyways, it fits. I'm assuming something comes out of the chest to go in and then push it back in. And close
It's so the chest panel opens up, revealing the 3 slots.
Okay.
It's essentially a chip of sorts, but it does look damaged and it looks partially scorched. There is some sort of exterior damage to it, and you can plug it in, but there's no telling what sort of effect it's going to have on Book.
Book, how do you feel?
I don't know. I feel the same.
So Book, from your end, there's some sort of process trying to diagnose what this is doing to you, but it doesn't appear to be anything harmful. Whatever the effect is, it's not anything you can discern, and it's just there. You don't know what it's doing. You don't know how it's to affect you, but it's there.
Processing, running diagnostics. I've got nothing.
And it could be due to the fact that it's damaged. There is still some effect there, but it's diminished from what it would have been if it were in good shape.
Perhaps I need to upload the drivers first before it will work properly.
So, while you guys sort that out, back downstairs, Syrah, Ari, and Fierna are kind of exploring the downstairs room. What is it that you ladies are looking for specifically?
Well, I was gonna help look for anything from the clan.
Yeah, I'm
Any
kind of
Yeah, I'd be helping with them.
yeah.
Okay.
Just investigating, snooping my snout.
Uh,
yeah.
All right. Oh, not
So-
Priscilla anymore. I forgot.
Fierna, you don't really come across much. Ari, you come across another piece of torn material. This one with a similar design to the other sheet of fabric, although this one is a little more torn, as though it were ripped off in a scuffle.
Mm-hmm. I would investigate it, and it's just like the same material. Does it have like the same insignia too?
It does. As you look at it, you realize that the material itself, for being rather primitive, is actually pretty high quality. Even the design of artwork that's on it seems to have been done meticulously.
Mm-hmm. I would. That's a good thing. Like history? History, maybe?
This is
about the
not
club?
something that you would necessarily have information on.
So, knowing that the arrows came from my tribe, would that
Mhm.
help me know more about the fabric? Because I have a Jenica inkling.
I would hand it to her
Technically, if
and let her
in this
know.
instance, she may have seen it, not known precisely, but after confirming her thoughts, because she did recognize the arrows and where they came from,
Yeah.
potentially linking it back in that aspect. But I'm upstairs.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. I was
Yeah.
like, since I saw the arrows, would that help jog my memory? Or
Give me just 1 second.
Sorry.
Okay. So you have seen this before. You've seen this material before. You've seen this design before, and very specifically on one member of tribe, Kiros, son of the chief.
that's what I thought.
There are no indicators of there being more than one member here. Whoever did this alone, and they did it efficiently and brutally. But you have seen this before, and you are familiar with it.
So you know who this belonged to.
I look at it, I take it from her, and I look at it, and I say, I look back at her, and I say, the chieftain's son. He wore this. I didn't notice before. Didn't think. Been so long. And I just look at her, and I'm like, I just look at her, and I'm like, why would he do this?
Did your tribe? Oh no. Did your tribe? Did they migrate a lot?
We live. I mean, nomadic in the mountains. You know, follow the animals. We lived in the mountains. We would never come here. Never come this far. I only came here because I had nowhere else to go. I
Put my hand on her shoulder. She's very tall, so I'm like this. So maybe the disappearance of your tribe had something to do with this family.
Fiona
sudden-
comes over and hugs too. I'm sorry. She
Oh, you're
just wants to be included in the girls' club.
and I just
Yes, squad.
just look at her and say, I don't know. I thought it was magic. There was everything that morning was so quiet that there was a strange smell in the air. Nothing. Everyone was gone. Everyone was gone.
Maybe it has to do with magic, and it could have to do with this family. We never really know. Magic's kind of crazy nowadays. You see all sorts of things.
And I just look back at her and I say, and I kind of push still have the fabric in my hand, and I kind of show it to her again, and I say, but he was a good man.
Sometimes good people can do not so good things. I just look at her like lost, like totally confused.
Perhaps this house he belongs to is guilty of many more things that we're not even aware of.
I don't know, they
So-
seem like a filthy lot.
Well, we do have what we came for, and we can find out where Reese is now. I would love to help you find out more about what happened to your tribe. And this is so terrible. Maybe these things are all linked together for some reason.
Something. Perhaps. I don't know.
So Baston and Book, you guys are still upstairs.
Can we loot this place blind?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Pockets.
It's a rich man's
Rob.
villa.
They
Hell
fucking
yeah.
deserved it, mate. They fucking deserved it.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll. All of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
yeah.
Investigation.
No. My finger slipped. I meant investigation.
Ah.
That's investigator.
I don't
Phew.
see shit. I'm
we,
too sad.
we find nothing.
What
I
the
found a lot of
shit?
stuff.
Hey,
in Irving's
so
room.
badly.
Okay.
I'm using my last luck roll of the
Okay.
day.
Okay, Fiona, yeah, go ahead and use your last luck roll. Okay.
Hey, that's better.
Wow. Y'all should be thanking Book and Fiona right now. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. Um,
Irving's room, I
Jeez.
looted 100%. There's nothing left.
So, between whatever gold you can find laying around, and like silverware that's actual silver with gold embroidery, whatever, if it's worth anything and it's not nailed down, you guys grab it.
Hmm.
With your investigation, you guys scrounge up basically. Let me.
Doing math
Back in
means we
business.
got rich.
Math are hard.
The band is
That's what I call it.
6,400 gold.
nice.
6,400 gold split 4 ways.
Parrots don't need gold.
Mhm. 1,700.
Yeah. So you guys go ahead and split up the gold. That is where we're going to wrap it up tonight, guys.
I lied. That's not right.
It's gonna be 5.
Divide by
Hard.
5. So 1280.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
By 4. I love it.
Son of a bitch. All right, guys, that's where we're going to wrap it up tonight. Hope you guys had a good night. Few surprises thrown in there for shits and giggles. No. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this plays out. Thanks to everybody who spent a little time with us in the chat here. Don't forget, if you like what we're doing here, tweet about us using the Halcyon Tales hashtag. What's up, Brave?
1280 gold. Sorry.
Yeah, it's 1280.
Okay, there you go. We'll be back normal time next week, 6:30 Central Standard Time. Hopefully Discord cooperates with us and everybody's PC is in full functioning order. Logo. No. How long you gotta wait on those parts? Ooh, big oof. You know what? Actually, this laptop solution is it's working.
It works
works just fine.
Works for now.
Temporary solution. So in the meantime, guys, that's going to be it for us. If you guys like this and want to catch up on some of our other videos, we've got the playbacks popping up every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. on my YouTube channel. Link is down below. You can click on it there. Otherwise, I'm also posting other YouTube content for Dungeons and Dragons. Say hello to the rest of the players here if you guys aren't familiar with them already, although I'm pretty sure most of you probably are already. Playing Book, we've got Brave Reality over on Twitch. Fierna, we've got, what is your new screen name? I know you just changed it.
It's just temporary because I got messed up.
Well, it's still what they can search you on Twitch for, though.
It's hashtag Free Willy. Sorry.
God damn it, Brave. Evie_escapades. You can find her on Twitch. She's got her own channel now, too. She's no longer the lone one out.
It's nothing yet. Soon.
Work in progress, though. It's a start. Yeah. Playing Sierra, we've got Jenica Solo. You can find her on Twitch as well. We've also got Logo Poho 1 playing Bastan, who, didn't die tonight, so that's a thing.
Didn't die! Yay! Congratulations!
Yay!
And then
die.
You can also find, well, now Ari, formerly known as Priscilla, Tricks the Glitch Witch over on Twitch. You can check her out there too, streaming every once in a while. Most of us kind of have streaming schedules, but just follow us and hit the notification thing and it'll let you know when we're going live. So in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and we will catch you guys in the next stream. See ya.